Are we going? Oh, yeah, bro.
Are we going?
Yeah, bro. We're going. I'm fortunate enough to have a coffee. Guys, life's good.
Come
Life
on now.
is good. If you're chilling at home and you're listening to this podcast, just make sure, before we start, make sure you 5-star review because it helps more than you should. And guys, without further ado, welcome to Vocal Pickups, where we pick up the conversations you didn't know you needed to know, but we're going to tell you anyway. Yo, he did it.
I've been it.
That was the first time.
I watched it.
Guys, we've made it.
Oh, I've been watching it.
We've made it. Someone's saying it. Someone's already saying it.
Bro, watched every ep. Loved it, bro.
Thank you.
I messaged you after the first one, innit? And I remember saying, like, this is a sick idea. Like, I'd love to be on it.
Oh, bro, of course. Look at you, man. Bro, you're here, bro.
Because of the football.
Oh,
you get it, man.
Bro, come on. Nah, it's honestly, bro, it's a pleasure to have you here. I didn't even say. I was going to say before the podcast even started. Yeah. I don't want to get your last name wrong.
Oh, nah, it's all good, man. Bajwa. Bajwa.
I was right?
Yeah.
I was right, bro. I literally said Dev Bajwa. Yeah, I literally said that. I swear. Okay, no one's going to believe me, but I did get it right. Cal vouches for me, so life's good anyway. But today we're going to talk about, like, mainly your career, really, and some of the periods that you had. Obviously, I've did my research, just like I do with everybody, about the general things that you've gone through throughout your career, a bit more about you, and just a general nice conversation, man. It could go anywhere. I want you to feel as comfortable as possible to talk about anything you need to.
These furnishings and like, helping my lumbar support.
Yo, like, bro, that's what I'm saying.
Sciatica, bro. I was genuinely thinking, bro, hope it's 90 degrees because otherwise my back lock off.
Bro,
but now
back lock off, back pop off.
Oh, it's
you know what I'm saying?
Nice. This is nice, man. This is proper sick.
Oh, bro,
and it's mad that it's literally right by. We were just saying how close I live by.
That's what I'm saying. Well, what I was gonna say is, like, where are we?
Yeah.
If you wouldn't mind.
We are Wembley, sir.
That's what I'm saying.
We are on the hallowed turf where Manchester United.
It's started already.
Destroyed Pep Guardiola's little frauds at Wembley Stadium.
I fucking love him already.
Are you mad, bro? Oh my god.
I was saying to my brother, bro, on the way here, I was like, do you remember the last time we were here, innit? And then he was like, yeah, because I was there on FA Cup final day. Life was good.
What a day, man.
I was scared. I was going to shit myself. I didn't want to go to the game.
Bro, we all were.
But, fam, that's what I'm saying. And it was a good result. But obviously, we'll get to Man United and everything like that. But obviously, guys, we're at Wembley because in this van for this podcast, we can go anywhere and talk about any conversation. And that's what it's all about. And I'm fortunate enough to be in your environment. So, and bought me a coffee. I've already said that. And I bought your favourite snack.
Bro, I
don't know how you feel about... I bought these as well. How do you feel about those?
Bro.
Yes.
You done what? Let it sit on your tongue, melt in the mouth a little bit, stuff it against the top and then bring it all down.
Sing.
With a bit of hot beverage.
Fam, that's what
Lost your soul. This is actually my number 2.
Shut up.
It's like you knew, bro.
Bro.
It's like
telekinesis. I'm all like that, bro. I watch too much anime, so I gain powers.
Do
you know what I'm saying, bro? You know what I'm saying? But it's nice to have you on the podcast today, man, and to learn more about you. So
man.
One of my first questions is like, obviously I can hear the twang.
Yeah.
How was it growing up in West Midlands? And like which area, like, sort of thing?
So can I start by saying I'm a fraud? Because like I will start having a London accent to having now I'm speaking to you. This is my regular one.
I feel it.
But like I've lived here for like 8 years or so. But I grew up like first 15 to 17 years of my life in the West Midlands. I was born in Handsworth, bro. If you've been there.
What, bro? Of course, the 74 bus route, bro.
Are you done,
bro? Come on.
Hey, the 101 that goes outside that big pub.
Bro, of course.
We lived outside that pub. It was
That's crazy,
bro. I lived there till I was about, I want to say like 12 or 13. But you know, like you hear stuff about how rough it is and about like how dangerous it is, like Handsworth Park and all this kind of stuff. Yeah. I got chased there once or twice. I got slashed by some guy with a knife, but it happens. But man. You know, like when you live in it, it doesn't feel dangerous. Like it just feels like home in it. So you just walk around, you just do whatever you do, and then when you're young, you're not accustomed to it. So now we moved from there to Walsall. So my family house is now in
That's crazy.
Just by the stadium, just by Walsall.
By Bescott?
Yeah, by Bescott.
Oh, bro, like I grew up half my life. I grew up in Walsall, and my brothers, my sisters, everyone, we used to catch the 311.
Yeah,
bro. And my nan lived in Pleck.
Yes,
literally Pleck. That's like
That's so close.
15 minutes, bro.
That's
away from
not even, bro. Like
Stadium.
from where we live, Pleck was like where we used to go to our Balti houses and get like curries and stuff. It was near Pleck and Karma, bro.
Wait, have you been there since? Do you know the one behind there? Oh, what's it called now?
It's not Pleck Balti, is it? There's another one in it.
There's a pub there, bro, and they do the craziest food, bro. Kyron took me there, and I think it begins with a C. We call it Braddy. But it's, bro, fire. Oh, next time you call West Midlands, holler me. You've got my number now. Holler me. We'll go, bro.
Yeah.
Fire. Bro, shout out to Brady, by the way.
Yeah, bro.
Fire.
Yeah, but I lived there when I was like, I think 13 was when I started living there. And then like moved to it started because like my brother went to uni in London, and then as a Brummie kid you don't like see London, or you don't know much about. It's like this,
of course,
hallowed place.
It's like a myth, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. It's just like, whoa, what?
What tubes?
What?
What's tubes?
What? No stabbings unless you go there. Like, oh, but yeah, bro. I moved here in 2015 for uni, and then just never looked back. I've just lived in London ever since.
Oh man. You went for university?
Yeah, for uni here. Yeah.
Oh,
and then
okay.
like I go back home every now and again to see the family and that, and then, bro, I actually loved Birmingham. That's the thing. Like where I lived, like Handsworth especially.
Yeah.
It was, you never saw the danger. I never saw the dangerous side, but I always thought like it was a nice community. Everyone knew each other. Like we could just walk into our neighbour's house and it'd be nothing. We knew who owned the chip shop. We knew who owned the post office. Like we knew who was embezzling funds from the primary school. Do you know what I mean? We just knew everyone and it was nice. But like here, everyone just kind of got their head down, just getting on with stuff. And I get it, but there's sort of that family attachment you don't lose in it. So
do you still have family in
yeah. So my mum, dad, and my only brother, they all live there, and and yeah, like loads of family still. Like I got loads of family in Wolves. I got quite a lot of family. Some in Telford now.
Telford.
Yeah, they just moved there.
Yeah, bro.
And I'm just all over the north, man. And I'm the furthest south, I think. I actually think I'm the furthest south. Now. Yeah.
That's so. What was the thing that made you stay in London though? What was the deciding factor?
Yeah, do you know what? The thing that made me come to London, because it kind of comes into it, like my brother went to Brunel, so in like West London, Oxbridge, and then like so we visited him for a little bit, and I'd never seen anything like the Tube network or like peak time at Canary Wharf or Camden Market or any of that. And so I'm seeing all this and I'm like tugging up my mum's like dress, because I was like 13, 14, and I'm looking at that and I'm like, Mum, I'm gonna live here. Yeah. She looked at me like proper Indian mum, like, no, you.
no, you're not.
I've already lost one.
Stay to your roots.
You stay there. Yeah. And then like I was obsessed with it ever since, and I only applied to London unis because Mum didn't know that. Only applied to London unis. Didn't even research them. I was like, that's a nice name. Went there.
No way.
And that's how it all started, man. And then ever since, like, I think because the content stuff, we'll probably get to it, but that came like a few years after I was in the work world. So, and most opportunities here. So I just thought, let's stay here. And I got lucky with a flat, and it just all kind of aligned.
I think that's so mad. Yeah. That's so crazy, because I did do my little pieces of research, and I saw that you, when you went to university, you did a law degree.
Yeah, bro.
You got a first.
Yeah.
Bro, that's insane, bro.
Bro, like, can I point out, you see this skin?
Yes.
See the brownness?
I hear that.
Either going to be law, finance, biology.
Callum's off camera dying, by the way.
Bro, this is melanin issues.
Yeah,
you have to get one of these, because it's like, bro, dentist
accountancy. My accountant, he's a class.
There you go.
I'm not gonna say his ethnicity, but he's class.
We know it.
Oh, bro, honestly, it changes everything.
Yeah, bro.
Yo,
I'm not gonna say that your funds are gonna end up in the Caymans or something, but like, they might.
They might.
Do you know what I mean? So
but it's not you. It's not you. It's not you.
But yeah, like do you know what it was? So I don't like numbers that much. I'm not very tech savvy. I'm not very, like, I can work something out, or I can like tell a story, or I can work something around it. So law just kind of came into it, and it was my English teacher. Shout out Miss Brown, by the way. Miss Handsworth Grammar School, Miss Brown. She retired.
Shout out Miss Brown.
But bro, Miss Brown was a G. And she was the one who got me interested in storytelling, writing, because I never used to be that good at it. And then she got me interested in it, and she was like, oh, you might as well, like, because I even told her, like, my family want me, not my mum and dad, they're quite modern, but like external family want to say to external family, oh, he's doing XYZ. Yeah. So I was like, cool, like law just sort of fell into my lap. And bro, so I thought you get a degree and you become a lawyer. I didn't know about this LPC, like bar course, STD, whatever the hell it was called.
Oh yeah, the bar exam.
Yeah, like
yeah.
Bro, I didn't know about it.
I know that because I watched Suits.
There you go.
Watch Suits. Bro,
good one,
bro.
Suits was the one.
Suits, bro. Suits is so good.
Are you mad? Have you watched the Meghan Markle scenes now? It's a bit mad, you know.
I mean, it's
a bit odd now.
The question is, do I watch them? The question is, have I rewatched them? Yes.
What's that, about 20 minutes in?
Oh, yeah. Do you know what I mean? Okay.
But I swear, I didn't know any of that. There was no Suits when I was growing up. You know, back in my day, we just had to guess. I was there like thinking, oh, get a degree, you become a lawyer. But my first lecture, they told us about all this external stuff. And I was like, oh, I don't want to do this no more. But then I met all my friends. So I was like, I'm alone in London. I came to London on my own, by the way. No friends came with me. No,
that's crazy.
No,
man.
nothing.
So you had to make friends.
Yeah,
and everything like
just
that
made the leap.
lectures.
Yeah, and bro, I was a fat, like, introverted kid, and I lost a bit of weight before uni. I was like, cool, I'm just gonna be someone else now. And then that's fun facts. Like, that's why people call me Aman or Aman Dev at home, but they call me Dev here.
Oh,
that's the reason.
That makes sense.
Yeah. So like, my family will never call me Dev. They always call me Aman.
Dev.
Yeah, everyone back home.
Mad.
Oh, good pronunciation though. That's nice,
bro.
I like that.
Yo, I'm from Dudley, man.
Yeah.
It's very multicultural, so I can't get names wrong. I try not to get names wrong. Anyway.
Nah, for sure, man. But yeah, then I just did law, and then I really enjoyed it. Like, I just took to it like easier. So I could understand it. I could teach it. I could tell you anyone who didn't know about law something in layman's terms, which I think was one of the best ways to know if you know something or not. Because anyone can throw big words at you, but not know what they mean. You have to understand it all.
It's like simplifying it. Like when I get contracts sometimes, bro, for like, I don't know, like a brand deal or something.
Yeah.
And I've got one, what's it? I forgot what she was again. She knows a lot about law, basically. And like, I would give it to her and I'm like, what does this mean? And she's like, don't sign it because it says this and this. So do you know if you, like, when you get brand deals or anything, do you know? Do you read it word for word? And you don't even need
as soon as I see words like perpetuity and all this stuff, I'm like, no, let's not go into any of that. It's more like I've got a manager now. I didn't have I've only started recently getting into brands and stuff. I haven't really been doing that at all.
Oh man.
And my girlfriend is an actress and a model, so she gets a lot of contracts and she just asks me what I think, and I hope I know what I'm doing. Let's wait a couple of years and see if I was right. But yeah, man. So it helps, but it was just kind of it was good to have to fall back on. And then I did some internships. I did like some like legal stuff. I even worked in a football agency for a little bit.
Mad.
In fact, can I tell a little fun little story?
Of course you can.
I am the reason why. So when he moved to, from Everton, he was supposed to move in the summer, but it ended up being pushed till January. The reason that happened is because he was gonna fail a medical, but they didn't want the fans to find out, because then if he because imagine if you go somewhere, you fail a medical, you come back, you start playing and you get paid.
I'd never heard about that.
So it was it's all right now. He's all right. He's at work. But yeah, that happened, and then so the agent kind of like came to us and said, like, what do we do? And I was like, yo, and I just put this idea out there, like, let's just get some pizzas, let's get some stuff in, let's get FIFA on, and then we'll be past the deadline before he notices if no calls come in or anything like that, because it was a bit weird. So yeah, and then we just kind of like took it to that time. What? We spoke to him and said, look, this is how we're going to do it, this is how we're going to play it, best way for PR, best way for this, and then we go from there.
So you the reason why didn't sign for Chelsea straight away is because you guys decided you're gonna nyam pizza and
low key, yeah.
Oh, you know what? I respect that.
Do you know what? That's not the official.
That's not the official one, but
it's like might need to bleep out names and stuff.
It's a really good like clickable title, so we'll go.
Exactly. It was weird. Like I had to do a report for Virgil van Dijk. I had to do an analysis about head injuries for Petr Cech. I had to do loads of stuff, and it was sick. It was like a 8-week internship in Central.
Wow.
Yeah, it was mad. So I got onto some of that, and then just sort of fell into my normal career route, and then it just kind of went haphazard from there, really.
That's so mad. So was that your only time actually using your degree?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
But what a way to use it, because I know you're highly passionate in football anyway.
Yeah.
So
that was always the goal.
That's like a dream.
Yeah, bro. It was always the goal. So like, I think a typical day in that internship was so amazing. I would walk in, I would watch football, analyze it, go on Y Scout, recommend a player, see some random famous face coming in, help out with something that they needed randomly, and then go home. So I was there like helping answer fan mail for not Bradley Wiggins, it was another Chris Hoy, like the cyclist.
Mad.
And then Connor Ben was there, and he was starting to come up, and Nigel Ben and Connor came in and like started talking to the agents, and I said aye, and they shook his hand, and then they had like Sally Gunnell, and it was just random, really fun.
That's crazy.
Proper fun.
So one of my questions is like, you've got this law degree and you do an internship that to be fair, I didn't even know about.
Yeah, it's
like, which is
right at the bottom of my LinkedIn.
Nah, but it's crazy.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, see what I mean? Like, Callum's from my sorry. So you do all of that, and then what is the moment that makes you say, oh, okay, this is what I want to do. I want to be an influencer.
Yeah.
How does that come about?
Bro, it was weird. So like, I'd always tried to create something at some point. So even at uni, I was doing like blogs. I was trying to do YouTube, and everyone, they're trying to crack YouTube now. You have to really know what you're doing. It's very different. And I couldn't do it. I didn't have wasn't a great editor. I was okay storytelling, but I was really good I like being in front of a camera and kind of like just sort of being myself essentially. And then so after all the internship stuff, I fell into recruitment because that was I just googled best jobs to get out of uni, and recruitment just kept on coming up. So I went to a couple of agencies, I went to a couple of different places, and I wound up at Bulk, the protein supplement place.
I
wound up there. So
I
did
a few stuff from there.
I did their recruitment for like a year and a half, and I was working with like they did influencer work, and that was kind of my first inroads into it. And then, bro, honestly, one day I was just chilling in my old flat. I saw a TikTok that I thought was funny, and then I said something in my head that no one said in the comments, so I just stitched that video, like it was a song, and so I stitched it, finishing the song with my lyrics, and then that video ended up getting 500,000 views in a week, and that was more than anything I'd ever done. So I just kept doing it consistently, and then had one viral video that I think overall now has probably been seen 250 million times. Or just
what video is that?
It's the one, bro. So there's this girl, like a really cute girl with her mom, and they're like cooking something, or she's making chocolate milk or something, and then the mom says, oh, you got to make sure it's brown, and then the kid goes, I love brown, we love all the browns, and then it stitches to me.
I've seen it.
It stitches to me.
I've seen it.
Us browns love you, white child.
I fucking love that. Yes. Guys, if you haven't seen it, you probably have, but if you haven't seen it, please go and look at it. That's jokes.
Yeah, but bro, that video just went stupid. I think.
When was that?
That was January 23. I think that was January 2023.
Oh, okay.
Because I did it. I remember exactly that day. I came down from Bulk at work, and it was like 5:47 or something. I was like, that's a good time to post. I did the hashtags and the caption. I was like, oh, that works. Like, the thumbnail, that looked nice. And I just went home thinking nothing of it. It was on 8K in the first hour. I was like, that's really good sign. Yeah. Went to bed. It was on. I think it was on. It hit 400. Then it was near 2 mil before I went to bed. Wow. Woke up and it was on nearly 8, and I was on 100k followers.
That's insane.
Yeah, bro. So I went from 10 to 100 in one video, basically.
And this was what? How long ago? Sorry,
January 23. So like a year and a half ago.
A year and a half ago, and that's what kickstarted your career properly.
Yeah. I wasn't active on Instagram back then. I started Instagram March that year, and I was on 300 followers.
Yo!
And it just snowballed.
So like you're a year and a half into your career already.
Yeah,
like,
essentially, yeah.
Wow.
Mad, innit?
So do you know before then, what was the earlier content that you were making before that viral clip? Is it drastically different?
Yeah, so I tried everything, man. I tried to do like a football blog, naturally. I tried to do like 2 or 3 different football blogs. Didn't work. Tried to do streaming more when I was in lockdown. Didn't work. I wrote my first book when I was in lockdown, and that did well, and that was enjoyable, but didn't really like do anything after that. And then I was just in a bit of a lull. I made that video and I was fed up.
On a whim?
On a
sort
whim.
Of thing.
I thought it was funny, and I thought I'd put it out there. And I like videos where people can laugh at me rather than like, I don't like, if you notice in any of my videos, I don't like taking the mick out of someone else or calling them a word. I don't swear. I'm pretty clean.
I hear it. But you're very, from what I've seen, you're very content friendly. Yeah, that's why brands will definitely love you. I'm like, for what I've done for the past 10 years, I'm opposite that. Totally opposite. But Bro, it's sick though. Like, I like that.
But that was my mom's rule. So my mum said, if you're gonna do that, like she's one of my best cheerleaders ever. Same with my brother, same with my dad. Everyone really. I'm very lucky. But I remember Mum said, like, you know what, you can do it, but don't swear. Say whatever you want, don't swear.
You've never swore in a video?
Never swore. I swore in my early YouTube videos and she hated it. And she said, don't do that again. And she was right, because she was like, you're funny, you don't have to swear. I was like, fairs.
That is sick.
It's sick, innit? That your mum could come out and say that. It was, that was massive.
Facts. So what do you find between YouTube and TikTok? Because you've tried both platforms. Like, what do you? It's
a different world, man. Yeah, like it's not. It's like anyone. Like, I'm saying this in the nicest way. Anyone can blow up on TikTok. Like, you just have I think what's nice about TikTok is you kind of watch it on your phone expecting to see low quality, lo-fi but highly entertaining content.
Really interesting.
YouTube has moved. You have to have well produced or at least something different. You have to carve your way in either by being better than everyone else or doing something completely different to everyone else or doing the same thing in a different way. As those are your only ways in. But TikTok is free game. Anyone can get in sort of whenever. And the feed, you got an infinity feed on TikTok that just kind of goes, if you can hit the algorithm and do this, you can get there. YouTube, you have to build an audience, you have to get a community, find some sort of way to engage. Thumbnails, SEO.
Bro, thumbnails has been, I absolutely hate. Man. I hate thumbnails to this day.
Yeah, but bro, I've seen people like Nico Milana did a video not long ago. I saw he put up a thumbnail for the first 3 hours. He must have seen what the analytics was like and then changed the thumbnail. And
like, yeah, bro. It's normal. It's normal. Like, for TGF, bro. Like at peak, we had 3 or 4 different thumbnails, and most of the time, I'm not gonna lie, we'd get it right.
Yeah.
So we'd post one thumbnail, we'd know in the first, bro, it was fucked.
Yeah.
Like, we would know in the first 10 minutes
what if
how something's gonna something's gonna do, and we're like, yeah, that's fine, leave it. It's crazy. Like, to this day, I hate thumbnails.
Yeah, but you man barely missed. I'll be honest. Like, I've said this. Like, bro, I said this to you. Like, bro, I've watched certain creators for certain reasons, and it wasn't. I never watched you guys because of the shock factor. Weirdly, I watched it because of the production. So like,
that's so crazy you say that.
So when you were making that slide and stuff, and there was that amazing edit of like someone drawing the slide, and it kind of showed it in real life.
So that was Jay and
James, maybe?
Jay and James. Yeah.
And then you got like the drone shots, and you were some of the first, definitely in the Birmingham, to ever do it, and you were some of the first in the UK to do it. And it was sort of like seeing US style stuff here, because no matter what we do in the UK, whether it's
just
content,
doesn't look.
they're ahead.
Yeah, it's like, have you ever seen like a BBC movie, bro? Like high production. You're like, what is this?
Yeah, bro. Have you seen this? It's a good show called Industry. Have you seen it? It's on BBC.
No.
It's about these traders, and it's mad. Some of the like, I won't spoil it. It's mad some of the stuff they get into, but I'm like, that's Canary Wharf. Do you know what I mean? Like, that's up there. Like, at least with Suits, you got that nice screen. You got the New York
of course,
skyline.
You
don't know where it is.
But I always think this: what if like a high production Hollywood movie was made in Birmingham? How the hell would that work, bro?
Where would you go, bro?
I don't know, bro.
Heist and Selfridges and
that's what I'm saying, bro. It baffles me. I'm like, okay, cool.
Yeah, Bossman's Tavern, just to like get a mixed grill.
Like, would you just go King's Heath and just cotch? Like, do you know what I'm saying? I'm like, how does that work?
My best friend lives in King's Heath as well. Shout out, Christian.
Oh yeah, to be fair, one of my boys lives in King's Heath as well. Yeah, Johnny.
Nice place, man. Interesting.
Yeah, I mean, it's nice. Yeah,
it's interesting,
nice.
man. Yeah.
It's nice. What was my next question now? It was.
You might just get into these Maltese. They're staring me in the face.
Bro, help. Those are yours, bro. Help yourself.
Wait, how do you eat them?
Nah, don't be weird.
No, I'm not gonna be weird.
No, my older sister's a narcissist because she will have a Kit Kat and she'll eat everything but the wafer and then eat the wafer. It makes me feel sick.
Why?
I don't know why.
Is that like a compulsive thing?
I don't know.
Like
I just think she's crazy. Phil knows what I'm on about. My brother knows what he's laughing. He's laughing because he knows. Monique, if you listen, she's listening to this because she loves this podcast. No diddy, but. Yeah, I went off on a tangent. I chew them.
So, the way I call this the right way, in the mouth.
Yeah,
So, I stick it all in. This can sound crazy, by the way.
Pause.
Bro, just don't even just use this as audio and see what people think. I all in my mouth, and I bite off the top bit. Then this can sound. I put my tongue in the bit that's now exposed, let it dissolve, and then I'm left with chocolate around my tongue.
Cal, I think this was a bad idea. Yo! Wait.
Bro, try it. No,
You're on smoke. I'm not trying that.
I'm doing it right now. And look how happy I am.
Looking at you while you're doing that.
Do you know what the crazy thing about that is? Yeah. Do you know when he was describing how he does it? I was expecting him to actually hold it and chew it.
Now all in the mouth.
This Donny's got the crazy tongue technique and everything. I don't even. But I don't know how to. Okay, I'll try one.
Yeah, go on, bro.
And I'll show you how I'll show you how I eat it.
That's disrespectful, man. That's so disrespectful. Like, they spend so long manufacturing them layers, and you're just gonna man. I look at you differently now.
I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Oh,
but yeah, I do it all the time. But it was because, like I said before, I was a bit bigger when I was younger. Yeah. When I say a bit, imagine me 2 inches shorter, but about 30 kgs heavier. In my peak, I was 112 kg.
Wow.
And I was like 5'9". Yeah.
That's insane.
I might get a picture up actually. I'm gonna show the world, but I do have a picture.
You know what? I respect that though.
Because it was
I respect it because it's like a massive journey as well.
Yeah, I'm wearing my dad's suit and everything. Like it doesn't fit me at all. It's like a 40-inch waist or something. Hang on.
I don't know why. Yeah. Do you know when Dev pulled out his phone? I don't know why it came into my head. I think it's because I was talking to someone else the other day. I expected him to have an Android.
Is it?
I don't know. That is pretty rude, and I'm
so off Android.
Nah, but I don't know why I thought. I'm sorry.
It is an Asian thing though.
No, I didn't
Not
say
that.
that.
You're saying that.
I probably am.
But bro,
I'm joking.
It is though. No, but bro, my dad's got Android.
I respect him.
He does.
I ain't even defending it. I plead the fifth.
Nah, I swear, like, I don't think I've ever had anyone say that to me before.
Sorry.
I feel a bit hurt, you know.
Nah, because I always say this shit.
Watch how I cry when I go home.
Sorry.
Oh, here's the picture. Hang on.
I was judging, like, I was saying to someone the other day, it was, what if you was on a date and your significant other just pulled out an Android? I would actually, yeah, do you know what I'm saying?
Is it?
Facts. Bro, I'd judge them, you know.
HTC?
You see, serial killer?
Imagine.
Yeah, Samsung, Google.
What about Hisense?
Google Pixel.
Google Pixel, calm.
Yeah.
What about Hisense? We should pull out one of them.
They make TVs.
Not just TVs, bro.
Wow.
Yeah.
They make phones.
I swear they do.
That's crazy.
I could have made that up.
Their TVs are good.
TVs.
Anyway, sorry.
Yeah. That's
Raw.
Wow.
Yeah.
Sure. Bro, fair play, man.
Yeah, it was a bit
fair
mad,
play, bro.
Ugh. And I'm sucking it in.
Oh.
Pause.
There's a lot, bro. A lot's happening in this episode, guys.
Nah, I was holding in my belly and that, yeah. And that's my brother's graduation, so that was 2018.
Crazy.
Yeah.
You come a long way though.
But
What made you want to take that different life?
Bad relationship, you know.
Really?
Yeah, I was in a bad relationship at the time, and it sort of like petered out finally, and then it was just toxic, like from both ends. To be honest, we just weren't right for each other, and I reached a peak, and then I remember Mum was training for a half marathon, I think.
Oh, fair.
She used to be proper into it, and then she was training for that, and then I got all cocky, and I was like, oh, I could beat you. It's not that deep. Bro, I literally got from here to like the end of the car park, wheezing out, and I was like, you know what?
Yeah.
I'll keep going till I beat you. And that just became the motivation to beat Mum. And
Did you beat Mum?
Yeah, we got like 18, 20 kilometers or something, and I ended up like sprinting the last bit, and I beat her.
Fair play,
and
man. That is damn good motivation.
Yeah, man, it was good. But
I like stories like that. That's beautiful. Yeah.
Thank you, man. But and yeah, that was during the last few months just before I went to uni, because I was like,
so that prepped you.
Yeah, bro.
That prepped you hard.
Just got to shed it all, like develop. I kind of went into uni thinking, oh, if they like me, they like me. If they don't, they don't. I'm just gonna be me though.
Yeah, that's cool.
And that's kind of what I took into content, I suppose. Like all these years later.
Yeah. That's mad, man. I think that's sick as well, though.
Nah, appreciate it.
But
man.
one of my other questions is, it's very content related.
Mm-hmm.
How do you balance your different types of content? Because you have your relatable content, which is your bread and butter. It's essentially it's your foundation.
Yep.
And then you have what I have seen now, because I follow you on Twitter, is your football mass related content, which I know you're more passionate about.
Yeah.
How do you balance both?
It's a good question, you know, because technically there's three. There's that, and then I've got Hobby FC, which is my football collectibles.
I was literally about to talk about that
brand.
as well.
So it's three different parts of my psyche, to be honest. So the main channel is me. Like that is it's just me in front of a camera. Nothing's like staged. Nothing. I kind of like the fact I'm just going in my room and saying stuff. I feel like I'm helping to sort of take us back to what was nice about socials, that you can just get up and do stuff and not there's no barriers to entry with it. You can just sort of have fun with it. So that side, it's like if I think of something and I think it's funny and I think it's like relatable to like living, I kind of think of that world as like adult life is crazy. It's not easy. It's weird. No one tells you what you're supposed to do unless you got a good network. School don't prepare you that well. No. So let's start talking about it and let's make it funny.
In a fun way.
Fun way. I like to think if you come to that side, you're forgetting about stuff for a little bit and you can just relax, laugh at me or laugh in general. And as long as you're laughing, I don't care. And that's how that part started. So really, when I think of something, I could just go and execute it, and there's not much thought behind it, if I'm honest. But then I started doing a few more different things on that because I want to go into stand-up one day, so I'm trying to make it more of a thing. But that's one side, and the football element is like the audiences are so different. So I started doing football stuff on that channel, but it didn't get the reach. It alienated people, and I think when my usual audience came and saw the comments on that one and how racist, horrible, derogatory, homophobic they are, I was like, all right, let's just make it separate, but switch myself off from the comments as much as I can because I know what it's going to get like. Yeah. And I thought,
it's brutal, bro. Oh, man. Football Twitter is the most toxic thing to ever happen to social media. One of. I think that's a very big statement. But it's
in the UK.
In the UK, it's so unforgiving and weird, bro.
Yeah, but
strange, man.
Yeah, it's a weird world. And then like, sorry to cut you off there, but like, I think like with the football side, it's sort of like it can always be done around games, around a piece of news, around a piece of transfer. So in terms of scheduling my head, that's what that goes around. So I can always like work around that. Like if I don't upload for a couple of days because international break's coming up, cool, then I won't upload. It doesn't matter. I won't force it. I'll just make sure what I'm doing is decent. And then I moved that to Insta Boxing Day last season, so 2024 Boxing Day, so only 8-9 months or 10 months that's been going on, from scratch, from zero to where it is now. And then I just sort of build that around what's going on. And the football collectible side is more like, that's more the nerd in me. Like I love I just love football. You'll get it because you like Yu-Gi-Oh and Pokemon. So I see that there. Yeah. But like, I just love football cards, and I always loved it when I was a kid. And there's an element of you're probably most happiest when you're an adult. I think when you release that sort of like thing that you loved when you were a child. Everyone can relate to it. So and no one was doing it to educate people on how to get into it themselves and how to actually learn about collectibles, learn about the football world a little bit more. So I have developed a platform for that because that's what I would have wanted.
Is Hobby FC new right now?
Yeah, that's like very new though. That's like 3 months, 3-4 months.
How's that going for you right now? I bet it's an amazing like different avenue.
Bro, everyone's just nice.
Yeah,
it's weird because everyone realizes even though they go for stupid amounts of money, we are talking about pieces of paper with football players' names on it.
Yeah, facts,
like just don't take yourself too seriously, and no one does. Like people make fat stacks off it, like fat money off of it.
Yeah, of course.
And not obviously you can, but it's kind of like everyone's just there to help each other.
That's good, man.
Hobby FC is a community. It's not a brand. It is just, let's say, if you're a creator who's got a card you want to sell, put it on my platform, and I'll help you sell it. I won't take a fee. I won't do anything.
That's
just go
mad.
Sell it. Just go sell it. Like, what? I don't need a fee. Not
That's
that
so mad.
I'm rich or something. I'm not. But it's like I don't need it. What? The world is full of people who are going to take advantage.
That's such a nice incentive.
Yeah.
Like that's so sick because I know Jack mate does.
He's good, man.
He's got a very good
cards mate.
Yeah, cards mate. Yeah. Have you spoke to Jack?
Yeah. We spoke about when I was starting Hobby.
Oh, sick. He's such a nice guy.
Yeah, good dude, man.
Such a nice guy.
Tall.
Yeah, very tall.
Tall as hell.
Very tall. Supports West Ham.
He does.
Yeah, he does. Yeah.
Could be worse.
No, I'm joking. Nah. But he's a beautiful guy. Like,
he's a good,
really nice guy. But that is so sick. So, what's the goal with Hobby FC? What is it?
So, if you want, the way I say it in my head is, if you want football cards, you know you can go somewhere for that. If you want shirts, you can go somewhere. If you want travel, if you want media, you want podcast or anything like that, you can go specifically to different places. I want Hobby FC to be the community hub for all of it. So a place where you can not only buy and sell, but learn what to buy and sell and how to buy and sell. So you go to, as an example, they're good, but you go to Classic Football Shirts or something, they're not going to tell you, obviously for business purposes, how they source it, where the shirt's coming from, if it's a good price in the market and all that. They're usually competitive, but these big players set the prices. So it's like, how do you go and analyze that for yourselves? What YouTube channels can you watch that isn't mine? Go to them. I don't care. Go learn and then come back if you need to. It's just a nice hub for people to learn and to grow.
Matt, do you have a lot of football cards yourself?
Oh
shit! He's getting his phone out. I was about to say.
Yeah, my iPhone.
Yeah.
By the way.
Sorry. Yeah. Your iPhone. Sorry.
Mess me around like that. And you know what? I literally took this picture today, thinking you were gonna ask that question.
Oh, of course. Yo, I like that.
So this is in my bedroom, by the way.
Bro, can I see?
Yeah. Zoom in,
bro. Yo.
See, we get it. Like, we get it.
You got Gen Mint 9s,
Yeah,
Gen
bro.
Mint 8s.
The top two are Gen Mint 10s. They're probably my best ones.
No, they're not.
You see the rude one on the top right?
That's bro. That's disgusting.
Vitera Gold. Oh, bro.
Oh my days.
So good. Limited edition. I don't know how many.
Alan Shearer as well.
Yeah, 93. That is. Yeah.
That is sick.
PSA 10.
Oh, bro, that is sick.
It's decent, isn't it?
Wow, that is sick.
I love it. And do you like basketball? Are you a basketball fan?
I am somewhat a basketball fan.
I'm collecting. You can see on the top. I think you can see just under. Yeah, you see that top row?
Yeah.
Not at the top where the scarf is. The one just beneath.
Yes, yeah.
The one lying down. I'm collecting the Olympic team, the dream team.
That would be cool.
I got Barkley, Pippen.
Oh, did you hear about
Rodman? I think.
I know you heard about it, but did you hear about that card that they sold the other day?
Yeah, bro.
Did you hear about that card, bro? Basically, when they please correct me if I'm wrong, but when obviously USA was always going to win gold, but apparently it was a good game. But anyway,
this year,
it was a good game.
Really good team.
Yeah, but no, who was in the final?
Wasn't it? It wasn't Croatia, was it?
It was
France. Was it France?
Yeah, I
feel like
can't remember
France,
who was in the
because
final.
Wemby was in it. Wembanyama, and he's French. Or Greece? Oh, I don't know, man.
Oh, because Greece has finger in it.
Yeah, I'm making stuff up now.
Yeah, but at the end of that, I think at the end of that game, they all signed one card.
Fuck off.
And the card company only provided one of that card.
So one of one.
One of one. And I think everyone fans had to pay money for the chance to win that one card.
Yeah.
So,
they raffled it off,
they basically raffled it off. How much was it per pack? It was something ridiculous. It wasn't ridiculous.
It was a couple hundred.
It was probably like three. I'm going to get this wrong. It was probably like
$500. I want to say.
Yeah.
To be entered.
They issued a lot, bro.
Yeah.
More than what the card's worth, but someone did win it. I don't think they announced it publicly.
No, they didn't.
But in about 10 years, fam, that card, bro,
even now.
nasty, bro. Yeah. Oh, it's worth thousands now, but in the future.
Well, when they all retire.
Oh, yeah. Facts.
You see the LeBron James triple
Logo man. You've watched Ken Golden Touch, innit? Sick show.
What? Explain.
Oh, you haven't watched the Golden Touch on Netflix?
Nah. What's up?
Really interesting. You love it.
Unreal. So this guy called Ken Golden, he goes to, he has an auction house basically, and he consigns or gets people to give him their stuff to sell on his auction site. But he'll go into he'll fly a private jet and go find a Dennis Rodman card from 1984.
Wow.
And then just bring it in
all kinds of stuff.
Oh, like Babe Ruth or something.
Yeah.
All kinds of stuff.
And he moved to pop culture in it in the second. So they went in and found this guy who had every single Nintendo game, every single Nintendo console.
I saw a clip of this on TikTok.
Yeah, it had it in a weird
He even had
hidden wall in his house.
He even had. Did you hear about that? This one's I don't even know how you can get this, bro. But PlayStation, Nintendo discontinued that console, bro.
Yeah.
They did a collab console back in the 90s, bro, and it never went to manufacturing stages. It just never went there.
Yeah.
But he's got it. Bro, he's got it, bro, and it works. And I don't know how did he even get that.
But it's mad.
Mashed, bro.
But I had someone yesterday on Hobby, which was actually sick. He messaged me on Hobby and said, "Oh, I've got this card. I'm not sure how much it's worth. Could you let me know?" I'm like, "Yeah." I was expecting he just started. It was just a random match attacks or something. He showed me it was a Topps. So Topps have this range called Inception, which is probably the best design in my opinion. Yeah. It's like a not stained glass, but like a kind of oil painting design. It's beautiful.
Oh, sick.
He had a Lamine Yamal autograph card, one of one.
Oh my gosh.
And I saw he sent it to me, and I just went on eBay for a second. Someone that day was selling that same card, like a 1 of 25 or something. So the 1 of 1 is its own design. Out of 25 is a different design. Yeah. Out of 50, out of 99, whatever. This guy had like a 7 out of 25. Still insane. Nice auto. It was a PSA 7. It wasn't even the greatest grade because the autograph was off center and all this weird stuff. And that was going for 30 grand. And it still had 6 days left on the auction.
Oh my gosh.
Bro.
And he had a 1 of 1.
And he's got a 1 of 1.
Is it graded?
He hasn't graded it yet. He has to grade it.
Yeah,
even if he gets 8 or if he gets 8 or above, my god, he's in the money.
He's got house deposits.
Probably 100k. If he'd have packed that when Lamau was smashing at the Euros and he sold it then, probably about 125k.
But he could still.
He could still do it, bro.
I was gonna say because Lamau could still win Golden Ball this year, so that would literally up the price.
You just have to wait until something mad happens with Lamau, which it will.
Yeah, it will because he's a prodigy. But
now, man, it's just a really nice community that we built there. To be fair.
I was gonna say, story about the logo man.
Oh, the logo man. Yeah. So my god.
Yeah.
So there's 3 different types of logos in it that you can get on an NBA uniform. One's printed, one's stitched, and one's.
Well, no, I think it's the logo from his shirt.
Yes, yeah.
It's the logo from his shirt from his 3
That's it.
winning championship things at his different teams. So 1 at Cavs, 1 at Miami, 1 at Lakers. Yeah, cool. In one card, literally cut out from the shirt that he won those games in, and it's signed 1 of 1.
Yeah.
How much did it go for?
Oh, I'll check now. Actually,
I think I know. I think
it was on Golden, wasn't it? It did sell on Golden, didn't it?
It did. Yeah.
Is it that deep?
Oh, bro.
7 figures.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god.
I believe
it
was 2 point something.
Yeah, but he gave so this Ken Golden guy, he's mental. He gave the owners $1 million guaranteed just to sell it on Golden.
Yeah, because the guy was like, oh, I don't know. They were figuring it out.
2.4 mil.
They go 2.4 mil.
Bro. Oh my gosh.
Look, bro. That's on Sports Illustrated. It's mad.
Oh my.
Does it have the card on it? Oh, it doesn't have the picture of the card. The card is cool. Don't get me wrong. But
honestly, like the hype is like Pokemon cards are phenomenal.
Oh yeah.
But you know, sports cards.
I think a different grade.
It's a different. Bro, no, it's different, bro.
Yeah.
It's different. I think. What was that baseball player? Jay Rodriguez or something like that. Have you seen? I think his name's Rodriguez something.
I think I know who you're on about though.
But he's like a legendary. That's probably not even his name.
Yeah, that's the logo man there.
Three
logos.
That's crazy.
Mad. And
that is crazy. Wow.
It's hard.
Bro.
Won those 3 championship rings.
How do you know what, bro? Do you know what I'm trying to? How do you get that, bro?
They didn't even grade it. They put it in the slab, but you get like PSA 10, PSA 9. Yeah. You can get ones that are just just says it's authentic, and that's what they got.
Yeah, I don't think you need to grade.
Nah.
Oh no, you can't because it's wear and tear with embroidery is like whatever.
There's no point.
But bro, how do you? What I'm trying to say is how on earth do you get 3 match-worn championship jerseys, take it out, and just how, bro?
It's mad.
Bro, but explain.
I think they they have like, was it? I'm gonna mess his name up now. There was a guy that they had in the first season that was part of the Olympic Dream Team. Do you remember? They went to his place and he had a museum of every single match-worn jersey from the final.
Oh, yeah.
Do you remember?
Yeah,
I forgot who it was. I don't remember what player it was. A big player, but I'm not that clued up on it. But he has it all. Like apparently, the story goes, his wife just went into the dressing room after, hoovered up all the jerseys, said these are gonna be worth money someday, saved them. That's what I think that's what he said on Golden.
Isn't that okay? I'm just gonna be the person that just says it. Yeah, isn't that stealing? I was gonna say, fam.
Yeah,
yo, bro, you can't, bro. It's like,
well, let me just put it out there. I think Michael Jordan's doing okay.
Yeah,
I'm wearing his creps.
Oh yeah,
I think he's fine.
Yeah, you kind of got a point.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, you kind of got a point.
Every finals for basketball, there's what, 5 games?
Yeah.
So there's 5 different jerseys, and they probably get a new one.
Yeah, every quarter. So you get 4 different.
So there's quite a lot of jerseys.
There's lots going around. Yeah.
And back then, 94, the market wasn't where it is now, innit? So
there was there's no worth to attach to it like how it is now.
There was a story of a guy that stole Tom Brady's winning jersey a couple times in a row.
Yeah.
He must have got.
Well, no, they found him. I don't know if they're charging him or anything like that.
No, I think he let him off. Yeah, it's bad.
That's crazy.
But sports cards. But people get. I feel like people get sports cards though. So like Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh or anime or something different. Yeah. You kind of have to grow up with it to understand.
Yeah, it's nostalgia that makes that worth something.
Like I get I'm a Yu-Gi-Oh boy, so I get the value of it. But like it was kind of like if I showed my girlfriend and my mum oh, I've got this Red Eyes Black Dragon PSA 9. She'd be like, oh, from 2003, first year standard deck, Joey. Do you know what I mean? She won't get it. But then when I showed my girlfriend in particular, because she's seen the shrine, and I said, that's my favourite player from when he played for us in a perfect condition, and there's only about 50 in the world. Crazy. And it'll forever look like that. She was like,
yeah, it makes sense, yeah. But it's like, oh, like I've got this, I've got Blue Eyes.
Yeah.
What, like Blue Eyes White Dragon, bro, like PSA 10.
Yeah.
And like, not, like Jasmine, my girlfriend was seeing it, and she doesn't get it. She's like, oh yeah, I've got this, and she's like, that's nice. I'm like, oh yeah, bless. Safe.
That's the worst one, isn't it?
Yeah, safe. Oh, that's so nice.
Do you know the worst one?
Bro.
That's not even the worst one. The worst one is like, oh, is that good?
Is that good?
I'm not going to talk to you about this.
Yeah.
Ugh.
No, it's not.
Is that good? Terrible.
Yeah,
terrible,
bro. Like,
terrible. I've got diabetes. Terrible.
That's why Mum saw my shrine and she didn't get it. She was like, she started complimenting how it looked, and I was like, okay, Mum, cool. That's your input. Then that's fine.
Is it nice? It's like the worst thing
bro.
you can say.
And then my dad has stood there for like 10 minutes going through each one.
Yeah.
Like, can I touch it? Yes, you can, Dad. Enjoy.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, oh man, it's sick. So yeah. To answer your question, hobby is just a place to like get people to learn, get people to.
But you're making
engage.
me want to like.
Yeah, bro. It's
guys,
sick.
if you haven't already and you're interested in Pokemon cards, please go and check the website out.
Yeah.
Because I did yesterday, actually, only briefly, because I wanted to know more about it from the man himself.
Yeah.
But I'm intrigued in Pokemon. Oh, no, I'm intrigued in memorabilia, sports cards now. I kind of want some, man.
Bro, next card show I go to, I'll let you know.
Please? Yeah. Let me know. Let me know, so bro.
Good, I went to one in where was it? It was like Sandown Racecourse or something.
Yes.
Kent or something.
I
went there, bro. These are grown men and grown women just lined up.
I think that's beautiful.
With their kids as well, just like learning about stuff. But I saw this one guy here. I was so tempted, but then I realised money is a tangible asset. And he had...
Oh, don't.
It was like a booklet. So it's a booklet card that opens up. So it had one picture of Rue Van Nistelrooy on there with his autograph signed on the card. So sometimes they'll sign like a piece of tape. Externally, someone from Topps will go in and stick it on. This one he had in his hands and he went and did it. And it was numbered 1 out of 50 or something.
Oh,
and he wanted 200 quid for it, and I was very, very tempted. But I couldn't do it.
Oh.
I'm not at that level yet, I'll be honest. To spend 200 on one, I'm not at the level yet.
Yeah, no, I feel it.
Because that's a like PC personal collection. I would never sell it.
No, I feel that.
Do you know what I mean? So I had to be a bit... It was either rent or rude. Do you know what I mean?
I feel that.
That's what
I feel that sometimes, bro. Like I can't hold back on stuff like that. You're really good, bro, because I'll just be like, I'll just do it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it's so bad,
bro. Get me some brand deals in soon, like from my agent. Like if you're watching,
yo. My
that's
boy
where they're going.
My boy wants some bread.
Yeah, bro. I'll sort the family out.
Yeah.
And, like,
then I'll sort my
girlfriend
out.
Yeah, babes. If you're watching, of course I will. Of course I will.
Course.
But look, I'm not doing this for me. This is to her now. I'm not doing this for me.
You're talking to you.
Do you know what I mean? It's for us.
Exactly.
I want us to live a nice life.
With Pokemon, so you can buy a bigger house,
and
you can have a dedicated room for memorabilia.
Oh, bro.
But just remember how you got there.
Yeah. This is how I knew that she was the one for me, though. Because we've been dating about 6 months now. And I remember, like, we just get talking about how we want the house. Like, we progress pretty quickly, I'll be honest.
No, I love that though, man.
But, like, we started talking about that. And I think I must have said it just to kind of put the feelers out there. Like, oh, what if we had, like, you know, like a little memorabilia room and all this. And the first thing she said was like, oh, we could have a little bit in there while I'm gaming. And you could do this while I'm gaming. I'm like...
Marry me.
Bro, my knee buckled.
Oh, shit. Man
you know
generated an ACL injury.
Yeah, bro. I was gone. Ligaments locked.
My knee cracked then. I don't know if anybody heard that. That is old age. Oh, that was wrong.
That was
How did you hear that, Cal? Fuck.
That was Harry Maguire, Villa Park.
Do you know? Oh, don't, bro. Don't. I mean, we'll get on to United.
Yeah, we'll get on to
We'll get on to United. But no, that is sick, bro.
Yeah, man. Thank you. But I really just want to build, like... I want all the other like projects I'm going to make money and all that, but not so I can live a stupid life. I just want to enjoy, not worry about money to the point, you know, where I have done in the past.
Yeah.
But ultimately, if I get someone who messaged me saying, I got into cards because of you, I found this.
Yeah, of course.
That's sick. Could you help? And then imagine this guy, he got into cards because of me. He ended up backing a 1-of-1 Lamine Yamal. If he then sells that for like stupid, like at least 100 grand, he wouldn't have made 100 grand without seeing Hobby FC, and that's mad.
Yeah, that's sick.
So
man.
sick. So that's what I wanted to do with it.
That is beautiful, man. Beautiful. I can't wait for it to come to fruition because I know it will, bro. No, that is wavy. But I think what was oh yeah, on the topic of football, I was going to talk about the football spiderweb. Yeah. Like, how did that come about? What was the inspiration behind it?
Yeah, I think that was first year lockdown, peak lockdown.
When you had a lot of
nothing
time
to do.
I hear it.
I was still working actually. I was still working full time. I worked for DAZN. You know the streaming platform. I worked for them, where they do all the fights with AJ and stuff.
Yeah.
I helped, like, just a side note, when AJ fought Ruiz for the second time in Saudi, I think, and when Logan was fighting JJ for the second time, I think, I was part of the team that sorted out that deal. So I can't say it, but I know how much each of them got. So I... Shit. Oh. What a pod. So I was I was working at DAZN, and then I came up with the idea. I was watching a True Geordie podcast actually with David Icke. Very random. Okay. But he's a conspiracy theorist, if you haven't seen it. But he describes something that when things happen, they have to be allowed to happen. They don't just happen on their own. And when you start looking away from stuff, you can see things that connect, like a spider web, to take us from the genesis to the event. And so I was like, cool, has there been a book? The first thing that came to mind, has there been a book that says how football developed from 50 years ago, let's say, to now? And it was 2020. It just felt like a nice number. So I was like, what if I did a chronology of football from 1970 to 2020 that linked up all these bits that you didn't know were linked, that took us from then to now? Like, how did we go from Hitachi being one of the first ever sponsors on a football shirt for Liverpool to you're not a football club unless you have a sponsor? Or a football player who got sold for like 6 sheep. Genuine story. He got sold for about 6 or 10 sheep in Romania.
What?
To now getting Neymar for 250 million. How do you in that 50 years? How do you get there?
Imagine selling a man for like a bucket of rice and peas, fam. That is crazy. Oh shit.
We need to bring that back, you know. Let's bring that back.
Yeah, so I got 2 whole jerk chickens and I don't know, got some planting. Like,
yeah, what you saying, man? Can you play for us for like 3 weeks?
Do you know what I mean? Like,
short-term loan.
So 6 sheep.
Yeah, bro, it was mad. Like, I think it was sheep. I know that. I might get the number wrong, but but like, how do we get from that to that? How do we get from you were seen as a weirdo or a coward if you sat in a football stand to every single stadium in the UK has to have seating?
Crazy, because I didn't even know that.
Yeah,
I didn't even know people were deemed as weird for going to football games. Because really,
bro, in the 70s and 80s, it was all like football wasn't a nice place to be. Like,
hooliganism and stuff like that.
My dad couldn't go. My dad got abused going to Leeds. He could not go to these games. Couldn't go to Chelsea. Damn right.
Chelsea's like the unspoken.
It's bad, man.
Under like Millwall sort of
couldn't
vibe.
go Millwall, exactly.
Yeah, of course you couldn't
Leeds,
go Millwall.
bro, you couldn't go many places, to be honest.
That's so mad.
And like the first black player to like really start making a name for himself.
Who is the first black player?
So there's a few. So like there were the 3 Degrees. Have you heard of the 3 Degrees in West Brom?
Nah,
so
bro.
So West Brom, it was Cyril Regis. I always forget the other one's name, but it was Cyril Regis, Laurie Cunningham, and someone else. I keep forgetting his name. But Laurie Cunningham went from West Brom to Real Madrid. The bro played for Real Madrid, yeah. I don't know if that's the exact way, but he went to Real Madrid eventually.
That's Imagine so that mad. Now. And you don't even hear about that. That's what actually irks me about certain parts of history, is that like you won't hear it, and sometimes I'm probably like not. I probably shouldn't say this, but sometimes you don't hear about it because of specific reasons. No, that's all I'm saying.
No, I get.
Like, do you know what I mean?
I know what you're saying, but like, if the book is just full of these little stories and anecdotes that, you know, the seed is always smaller than the tree. So you'd love to know. Yeah. My thing was I just want to know what the seed was, and like, there's a question actually for both of you. Like, so I said Liverpool were the first to have a football shirt sponsor, like a big club to have a football shirt sponsor, but who was the first ever club to do it in the UK?
Who was the first ever club? I have a feeling it was something ridiculous, like, I don't know, Nottingham County or something.
You know, it's not terrible shout. Not a terrible shout.
Because...
What do you think? You wouldn't know.
Nah, It
was Kettering.
Kettering?
Kettering, yeah. Kettering Town FC.
What was the sponsor?
Kettering Tyres. A local tyre company.
Right.
And the man got in trouble for it because you weren't allowed sponsors back then. Like, it was the FA forbid it. Like, they were proper old school, man. Which is why now when you see like any like new thing come in football, Like the FA are the first ones to go about it because they're just old people. They just don't like change.
That's crazy.
Yeah, but it's still like it's a bit better now. But the thing, his sponsor said Kettering Tea, so anyone could have thought it said Kettering Town instead of Kettering Tires. Didn't get away with it. Mark Dugan, I think his name was.
Mad.
Yeah. And then 2 years later, Liverpool do it. They're allowed. Kettering got fined. They nearly got demoted.
Oh well, obviously Liverpool's one of the biggest clubs in England. So that's what. What was their first sponsor?
Hitachi.
Oh, that was their first.
Hitachi. Yeah.
Because I remember my dad had a green Liverpool jersey with candy on it. Yeah. Like had it when I was younger.
Yeah.
Like
I hate Liverpool. They have some good shirts.
I absolutely hate Liverpool.
They did have some good shirts.
Yeah. They did.
But yeah, like that came to a head, and then I just started writing on a Google Doc at work one day when no one was looking.
Mad.
And then just sort of like kept on working on the Google Doc. The last thing I know, I had like 430 pages of A5, whatever it is, on thingy, and then I designed a cover on Photoshop, went on Amazon, put it on a self-published thing because they can make books to order in Amazon. Anyone can do it, to be honest.
Oh, that's amazing. Yeah.
And then about a month later, I messaged James Alcott, the content creator, and he put it on his channel, and that was my first seeing it.
And you had no sort of like history with writing a book before? Nothing?
Just Miss Brown. What I was saying earlier.
Hold tight, Miss Brown.
Hold tight, Miss Brown. Bro, she said I was a good storyteller. I can tell a story where I can keep people engaged. I can do this. And I just made it like that. She was like, write how you talk, go. And that was it. And she received, first of all, the book is dedicated to her. It's in the first page.
That's amazing.
And it's actually dedicated to my dad and Miss Brown. My mum was fuming.
Yeah, of course. Oh,
man.
But I hear it though, man. I hear it.
Yeah,
because it's like inspired.
Exactly.
It's so crazy because I remember one time, not one time, but when I was younger, and I used to hate English, but I had like a knack for it because I used to daydream a lot. So I used to have like mad thoughts in my head, and my one of my teachers, her name was Miss Rose. Yeah. Shout out to Miss Rose if she's ever watching this. But
you always got one in it.
There's always one. But she was insane, and she made me love creative writing. And I remember I went from getting like D's or whatever in a good set, and then I got like a B in creative writing, bro. And I passed language and literature because of Miss Rose. Yeah. And that when I was writing my first book. It's not amazing, but when I was writing it, I was thinking, like, this is fun. This is amazing.
It was enjoyable.
That's great. Would you write another one? Would you do another one?
I've written 3 altogether.
I'm gonna order them. I'll order them. That's mad.
Because one of them didn't really get publicised in the UK, but the second one was with a publisher called Pitch, who do like they're an indie kind of sports publisher, so they'll take on smaller titles. But it's called The Conquerors, and it's about the AC Milan team with like Kaká, Maldini, Shevchenko, Seedorf, Pirlo, like the team that you grew up scared of in it. Like, I wrote that because Ruud van Nistelrooy did an interview with Ruud's my favourite player, if you couldn't tell.
No, I could tell.
But he did an interview and they asked him who was your most fearsome opponent or who you're most scared of, and he said I wasn't scared of anyone, but you know what? That Milan team, Yapstam, Nesta, in front of them, Gattuso, Seedorf, and then you had Maldini and Cafu. That was hard. And then so I made a book about them, and I sent that idea to Pitch, and then they took it up, and it got published like last year. And just after that, I worked. This was the most random one, but I worked with a football club in Portugal called Boa Vista.
I know Boa Vista.
Yeah, so they're like the second club in Porto.
We took a player from there. Did Angel Gomez used to?
Yeah, I think so. I think he went on loan there, but I think Bruno used to play there.
Yes, he did. I think it was one of the two.
Yeah, someone definitely played for them, but like they played us in testimonials and stuff. I think for a transfer.
Yeah, of course.
Jimmy Floyd Hasselbank's like his come up was there. So, like they had some really good players.
Okay.
And then I spoke to someone on LinkedIn, and he was the head of tech at Boa Vista.
Mad.
And he said to me like, we have this idea for a book, and I've read your one. Would love to hear your thoughts on it.
Yeah.
He wanted to do a fact-based fictional story about the start of Boa Vista. So fact-based fiction is basically the Titanic. The Titanic happened, it hit an iceberg, it sank. But Jack and Rose aren't real.
Yes.
Do you know what I mean?
How to basically turn it into a story.
Exactly.
With no content.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
exactly.
hear it. Yeah.
So we said just develop a story around the start of Boa Vista, and that's how it all came about. I released that with them. I get mixed up with times. I think it was this time last year, actually.
Mad.
And but that's released in English and Portuguese, like with the club.
Amazing.
I have a couple thingies I can get you one because it's not in the UK, so it's not released.
Congratulations, though, bro. Six. So you got Conquerors, Football Spiderweb, and what is the third one?
The Boa Vista Footballers.
That is amazing.
Nice. I like the story. It's a nice story, but it's and yeah, it just kind of happened from there. I did have plans to release another one, like purely fiction from this year, to be honest. But then a lot of stuff kind of happened this year, like personal life, professional life, and I've got a project coming up.
Yes,
you know what I mean.
Of course, yeah. Of course.
We'll probably get into it, but I got into that, and I kind of want to focus on something.
Not put too many eggs in your basket.
Not put too many eggs in. So hobby and that are my two priorities now.
That is great, bro.
Yeah, appreciate it, man.
As if, man, as if. What was it? What else was I gonna say? Oh, one more question was actually it was related to the Football Spiderweb. Was how do you think? Like I've got sort of my take on it, but ranging from the 90s till now, because I feel like that's been the pinnacle of football's growth.
Yeah.
How do you think football's changed? The good and the bad.
Yeah.
Like,
what do you think?
I think the way football's changed, because I have my own version in school.
Yeah.
Because growing up, I didn't really care that much, but my brother really got me into football, and my brother's the reason why I support Manchester United. Like he's you know what I mean. But when I got to school and when I got to high school, that's when I genuinely started to be like, okay, yeah, cool. Because I had friends that supported Arsenal, who were insane back then, and then I had friends that were Liverpool fans. So in 2008 in year 8 I was like, and what? Because we won the Champions League. I was like, what? Y'all are bitches. Do you know what I mean? Like that's how I was. And so
man. Good times, man.
Yeah, exactly. But where I was trying to go, the broad perspective, where I was trying to go with that is that people made me care more about football.
Okay.
And where I was going with that is social media has made people angrier about losses with football. Because if when I was in like school and when I was in year 7, year 8, if United lost to like a lower league team, I used to go to school, I didn't care.
No,
I didn't care at all.
No.
But if we lost to Chelsea or Arsenal or Liverpool, I was like, okay, like I need to hide in school.
Yeah.
But on social media, you can't hide from that.
Nah.
You can't hide, bro.
Nah, you can't, man.
Social media is sacking managers, bro. Like, do you know what I mean? And that's what I can see without the obvious money and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know what? Like, I agree with you, and I think the one word that kept coming out to me, and I was going to say it before you said anything, but you kind of confirmed it, is community.
Yeah.
So the community's changed. It's gotten a lot bigger, a lot broader, and a lot less hinged. It's just unhinged now. Because before it was like you go to the pub, you go with your mates, you physically watch a game. The 3 p.m. blackout was a big thing. You couldn't stream any games. You actually had to go down and do it.
Of course.
So the community was like, you have a drink with your mates, you talk about it, and that was kind of it. You sort of left it at that, and you sort of football was it then. You go home, you talk to your families, you do whatever. It didn't really come into your life that much. Yeah. When football started going on TV a lot more, like this is what people have said, since 92, the Premier League when it started, and Champions League changed its format then as well.
Yep.
Purely to get more asses in seats and watch games like from home, because Sky brokered a massive deal with the top 5 clubs in the UK to change the entire revenue structure that basically favoured bigger clubs. Because you'll notice now it's a change, because you'll get, I hate using bigger or smaller, but you do get the sort of lesser known Premier League clubs on TV a lot more, even if they're not playing big teams.
Yeah, it's true.
Bro,
it's true.
But even during our pomp in 2008, 2013, whatever, it was always United versus someone, or Chelsea versus someone. It was rarely...
bro, sorry, I'm just going to go off on a quick tangent.
Yeah,
do you remember that Sunday? And it was called Grand Slam Sunday.
Yes.
Bro, that was one of the best days I've ever had, because I think we won that day.
Yeah, we did.
I was gassed, bro.
Yeah, bro.
And that was one of the biggest moments. I remember sitting in the living room and I'm like, yo, Dad, forget cricket, Dad. Not watching West Indies today.
Yeah.
Me and Phil are watching Grand Slam Sunday. It was insane.
But that's the thing. Like, that's sick. It's fun, but it's like the quality of that interaction has changed. It's not because when your memory of going to watch Man United in the FA Cup final is going to be bigger than ever watching a game, and so we're losing that a bit. And that's no fault of anyone's. You can't make a stadium that's 1 million people big, can you? You have to get with the times. But I think where it's changed, and I agree with you, it's becoming a lot less about supporting your club versus how your club makes you look to people. I think people are getting too into themselves about it. Like, I love football banter. Like, I don't mind any of it. Like, it's when you start coming at me, that's when I have an issue. Like, like, just for example, so I've been a huge supporter of Ten Hag. I just always have been.
Same here.
Yeah, bro. I always have been. Same here. Like, I don't know why. I just like him. I like the moments that we've had that were good. Some of the bad ones were horrendously bad, but I like him, and I like believing in someone. I don't know why. I just feel like a connection with him, like, since making content in particular, because like I was always united against the world, so I back my team.
I still have that feeling, even though we're shit. I still feel like that's how it is, bro.
But bro, like, I think that's happened, but a lot of people, and this is content creators included, like they'll jump on whatever's trendy. Right now, it's trendy to take the mick out of Ten Hag, and I get it.
Yeah, I get it as well.
But like, do you see Domino's today? What they did? They put out it's funny. They put out a billboard outside of Old Trafford saying, "Domino's are hiring, not you, Eric."
That's crazy. That's crazy.
It's funny.
It's like, how do you even get, like, how did they pass that off? That's insane. You know, fair play.
But it's funny, and like,
fair play.
But it is. I think it's getting to that point. You're interested in what people will laugh at, or you want that dopamine hit. You want it all the time.
Yeah.
I'm much more interested in backing my team and enjoying it when it's good, and even getting in the low times when it's low, rather than kind of go into this back and forth on, you know, we should be doing this, we should be doing that. So the way I think it's changed is, like, we had that us against the world feeling with everyone because it felt tight and knit and that. But the minute you expanded it, you sort of lost elements of it. Yeah. Commercial deals started doing things that you didn't understand. You started getting involved with other organizations and even charities that you're not really accustomed to. Inwards investment from people you don't relate to, that started coming in. So you had like almost 100% of your club, and you felt it, to lose in the 10%, to lose in the 20%. So you're left with the memories of what your club used to be, whether good or bad, but how it made you feel. People are still using that feeling, but have been so destroyed by all the external stuff that they kind of forget to get that feeling out in the best way. Yeah. They want to do it to get likes, to get clicks, and to get all that.
And because of the format on X now, is freaking, you can pay. Yeah, you can get paid for tweeting absolute ballsack.
Yeah, can I point out one thing? I've never earned a single penny from X.
Oh, haven't you?
I don't know why, like, because I get interactions on it. I've never paid or been paid for a single interaction on X.
Really?
I got sucked in one time when I was building the thing. I actually used to, don't anymore. I used to pay monthly to get the tick because I thought.
Oh, bro, I stopped paying that.
Yeah, so I've stopped, and I was like, why did I do that? I did it for like 3-4 months. Realized it was a bit embarrassing.
There's loads of people that did it, bro. Loads of people that did it.
Bro, I don't do it. Never been paid by anyone to say anything on X.
But ever. You can. I think you earn like money from ads on X.
Yes, but I've never seen anything.
That's so mad.
Bro, I've never seen anything from any channel related to Man United. Anything.
That's crazy.
And people will say, like, and you know what my favorite one is? It was like, oh, you're just engagement farming. Oh, you're just you're gonna lose followers, bro, if you do that. I was like, I've never been interested in followers. I was interested in getting my views out there. Yeah. And I'm just lucky that this transfer window, I had a viral tweet. My video.
Which one was it?
I did a video on Delict. On the Delict transfer.
Yes, yeah, bro, I've seen it. I've seen them all, to be honest.
Yeah. But that went everywhere because I remember Flex like reposted it, Adam McCullough, like Goldbridge, like loads of people started doing it, and then I went from 2,000 followers to nearly 20, which I've got now, like off the back of that and a few others.
Mad.
But I'd never dove into taking the mick out of someone. I never explicitly said this player's at this or that players are that. Yeah. Never done it. I've just said
I never actually understand why people get so personal with football. At the end of the day, it is
men kicking a ball,
just a really like it's a air-filled balloon.
Yeah.
That's on the floor.
You literally
like relax.
Just relax.
Just relax. I love I can't even tell you how much I love Man United. I always get this. So I always go off track here, but do you know when people ask you who do you support? And they say, oh, do you support Aston Villa? And that's what I always get. I always get Aston Villa or Wolves because I'm from Dudley.
Yeah.
And I always say Man United. They're always like, you're just a glory hunter, innit? And I'm like, not really. I've supported them since I was like younger.
Like, everyone's got a reason, innit?
Exactly.
Yeah. Like you just said, like your brother was a
United fan, like so. The reason why I support Man United is because when I was younger, like not many people know this, and they choose to ignore it. There's a massive statue in Dudley of Duncan Edwards, who died in the Munich tragedy in 1958. And people don't know that, but they choose not to know that.
I forgot about that. I forgot about that statue there.
When I decided to support United, one of the first things my brother said is there's a massive statue of one of United's greatest players in the centre of Dudley. So that's one of the reasons why. So no one can say a reason why, because we are intrinsically connected. Dudley's connected to United in a special way.
Exactly.
Like, but how did you support?
Yeah, but I would say like no one needs a reason.
Exactly.
The whole point of being a global football club is to attract a global fan. So if there's some kid in Kenya who's never watched Man United, but he knows the players, knows everything about the club, he's as much of a fan as a season ticket holder. He would be a season ticket holder. Bro, the only difference between us and them is luck. We're lucky that we're born here. Do you know what I mean? Like, let's not get weird about it. But it was so I used to get that all the time, man. Especially when my accent went more London. So my accent went further south than Manchester. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? So it got worse and worse. So when I watched back the Matthias de Ligt video, and I'm very proud of it because I think it's a good video and it got my points across in a short amount of time, which is what I tried to do. But I remember I started like, and you know, if anyone's going to say this about de Ligt, I was like, bro. Rein it in. Rein it in. You're from Handsworth.
Yo, it happens though, man. It happens, bro.
But yeah, like I was saying, so the reason I support United is my dad. Like my dad was a huge fan, and then he went to games knowing he could get the crap kicked out of him because he was an Indian guy going to away grounds to support Manchester United during an era when we were bad. Yeah. Worse than now.
Yeah,
much worse than
it
now.
was the 80s,
like the 80s, yeah,
80s,
like with Ron Atkinson,
when
when Busby left, and
of course Liverpool were dominating, weren't they?
Everton were dominating, bro. Like the games changed.
Yeah,
like,
facts.
But we bought Brian Robson, who was our best player, but then he was the only player, so we had bro. Like we were in the gutter in loads of different places. We are in now. We're in one now. Nothing like that, bro. Nothing like that. Because but yeah, so my dad supported him through that. And then he taught me when I was supporting Man United, like, ain't gonna be like this forever. So you better stick with it if you're gonna do it. And the reason it was actually so that's how he got me into football. He was like, kind of find a team, and he started putting United games on and sort of like, you know, putting the propaganda in. This is when we had like Ronaldo, but it was transitional. We had Ronaldo, Varane, Forlan, like those kind of players. And I was watching a game. I think it was Chelsea-Liverpool, I think. And I hate to say it, I love Liverpool's kit. That old candy red Carlsberg kit, I loved it.
I did think it was really
a nice kit.
Yeah,
and even Chelsea's Fly Emirates kit, I thought it was banging.
That was fire as well.
And so I looked at those games and I saw like these names like Patrick Berger and Emil Heskey and like Michael Owen was coming through, and I was like, oh, Dad, they're not bad. I remember saying it to him and he said,
yeah.
Bro, 2 weeks later, we haven't done it since. I took him to a United game not long ago, but he took me that weekend to watch Man United versus Fulham at Old Trafford. First time ever. Yeah. 2003-4 time. We won 4-2. 2 goals from Paul Scholes and 2 goals from who became my favourite player ever, Ruud van Nistelrooy.
Yeah.
And then after that day, I remember we were in the taxi. It's weird how you remember some stuff in it, but I was in the taxi coming back with Dad, and I just said, like, my voice had gone, and I said something really profound. I was like, oh, Dad, it's their job to play football. It's our job to scream for them, or something like that.
That is sick.
I was a weird little thespian back then. I was weird. And then ever since then, bro, Ruud was my guy. Forlan was my guy. Varane was my guy. All these, you know, like eccentric players, like Scholes, I didn't really appreciate until later. But it was the Vodafone kit. It was Sir Alex. It was I bought into it.
Yeah.
And since then, it hurts obviously where we are, but I understand where we are because every club has been through it.
Yeah, of course, man. It took Liverpool 30 years, bro.
Brother, but Barcelona had to sell the naming rights to their stadium just to stay afloat. Bro, Real Madrid during the Galactico era, buying every single big name, didn't win the league for how long? And they bought Beckham, Ronaldo, Figo, Zidane. We're here buying, like, we're trying to get a rebuild started now to actually get things going. But 10 years worth of managers who haven't had this, either haven't had the support of the management team to buy the players they want, or when they do buy them, they come with baggage because we wait 3 weeks, but we wait 3 weeks into a season to buy Anthony when he was available for 20 million. Now they want 80 and we pay it. And then we want De Jong. These idiots fly to Barcelona to go get him. They end up with Casemiro.
Stupid, man. Honestly, I was losing my head, bro.
But it is what it is, and it's just part of the story.
Yeah, it's facts.
Because every single team goes through it, every single one, and we had to suffer in between Sir Alex Ferguson and Sir Matt Busby, two of the greatest managers ever. And I'm sorry, we will never know what it was like to go through the Busby Babes. How can a team go? Like, I don't think people get.
People don't actually understand because social media wasn't there then, bro.
God,
God, hopefully, I hope that never happens to a team, ever. But like, how can you have a team fly out to a country and then it crashes and then your whole team's practically gone, apart from a few survivors, bro?
There's a film called United. Have you seen it on Netflix?
Oh, I saw clips of it, and it's powerful. I will.
I cried like 3 or 4 times.
Yeah,
unbelievable. Because I didn't clock. I knew what it was. You're desensitized to stuff now.
Yeah, of course. Of course.
But these were real. These were actual men. These were boys. They were called the Babes. They were like 18, 20 years old. They went off with their friends on a trip, a school trip, basically, and like 13 of them didn't come back. It's like
it's crazy.
It's mad, but with Man United, it's like we rose from that. We honoured them. We have their statues. We shout their names. We remember their days. We had George Best, Sir Dennis Law, Sir Bobby Charlton. We made sure Sir Bobby got his proper send-off when he left. We made sure, like Sir Alex, God rest him, like I hope he sticks around to see us get better, but he might not, and we have to make sure he's honoured properly. We've got all these, like, Man United is magical. Like, Gary Neville used that word, and I don't remember when he said it, but he said one word to describe United: magic. And
bro, I remember the first time I went to a United game, bro. It was one of the best days of my life.
Yeah.
I think it was 1-0. Van Persie scored. Was it 1-1, Phil? It was a draw, bro. Yeah, it was a shit game. But, like, Van Persie scored in, like, the 80th minute. And, like, I was like, wow, different. Like, one of the best feelings I've ever had. But you don't... Like, I always remember walking up and seeing the pitch for the first time and thinking... Bro, I get shivers now. And, like, every single time I go to Old Trafford, because I went so many times, like, last season to watch Champions League games and, like, stuff like that. I'll always go because it's not far from where my house is. So, every time I walk up the stairs and I see the Old Trafford pitch, I'm like, oh my gosh, this is why I support like Manchester United.
But it's magical. Like, you know, there's like there's a few like long ass roads to get this. It's kind of in the middle of nowhere, really.
Yeah.
Like, I always get like a hotel in central Manchester and then walk up, even if it's a couple miles away.
Oh, bro, that's beautiful.
It's just nice because one thing I'm bad at and I need to get better at is practicing a bit more gratitude with stuff.
Yes,
I get so bogged down in, like, bro, I'll be honest, like, when we started talking about having this pod, like, I was in a bad state.
Oh, really?
Bro, I was talking to my girlfriend about it, about, like, basically having panic attacks about not earning enough or not getting to where I want to be and all this. And then, and I was in a bad way, but I was like, I can't let it stop me from doing stuff I want to do. But when we were talking about it, I talked about it with her, and she said, and I remember the story. I'll tell you if you want to hear it. Like, there was when I was at, I think it was last season in the Carabao Cup, we played Palace. I
remember.
And we beat them 3-0. Very good game. Amrabat, my boy. He was playing that game.
I love Amrabat.
Same. I got a shirt in the shirt. Name on the back of my shirt.
Man life.
But yeah, so I remember I got a couple of tickets from Carabao to go to it. It was not to do any content. It was just gifted tickets. So I paid for my own hotel, paid for all of that, didn't get anything sorted, but they gave me the tickets, which was amazing, right next to the Stretford end. So I was still looking lengthways, but the Stretford end's on my left. I think it's the Sir Alex stand? I think Sir Alex stand.
Yeah, it is. I'm sure it is.
Yeah, because I was looking at Sir Bobby. I was in the Sir Bobby Charlton stand.
Oh, okay.
Because opposite me was Sir Alex's stand.
Okay.
And then we won the game. It was great, but I had 2 tickets, and I invited a follower of mine to go with me, and it was a kid who'd been in foster care, and he had a proper tough run of it, and he hadn't been to United since he was a little boy, so he didn't remember anything. And he was really nice about everything. He was really sweet, and bought him food, did the whole nines. I probably made a day of it. A really nice kid, and he started asking me about content and stuff because he was really interested, and I just kind of like palmed off any questions about like, bro, like how'd you get this following or that, because numbers weren't really a thing back then. And then he was like, bro, your following could fill out this stadium about 6 times. I was like,
you need to deep it,
when
bro.
You put it like that.
Yeah, you need to deep it, bro.
And the one thing he said to me afterwards still stays with me, was like, and you've made millions more laugh or forget what they were going through.
It's true, bro.
You made me forget what I was going through, and I was like, that doesn't compute.
Yeah.
And then we won the game, had a great time. Even little things like my videos popped off, like I had good ideas in the moment, executed them well, like they popped off. And then as I was just kind of soaking in what he said, the game was letting out, and I said, let's chill here for a bit and just wait for people to go, and I'll get you food and stuff after. And he was like, yeah. And then I just hear behind me, it's like, excuse me, are you Dev? Yeah. And this lady just says, oh my God, I watch you on TikTok, you're amazing, please don't stop what you're doing. Came and had a picture with me.
Yeah, amazing.
And I took a picture of her. The next thing I know, there's 8 or 10 people lined up behind her.
Oh, that's class.
And I was like, there was 2 people in there that didn't have a clue who I was. They were just like, yeah, let's take a picture.
Just yeah, bro. Oh, come on, right. It always happens now.
But I was like, yeah, go on then, come here.
100.
But I was like, bro, a year ago, I didn't like my job, didn't know where I was headed, didn't know what I was doing. And no matter what I might think about, it will still come to me, I still want to live a certain life that I'm not there yet. And certain parts of me might never be happy when you have that sort of mindset. But I was able, through these silly little videos online, no matter how much crap I get for it, or from whatever people, I took this kid, let him forget whatever was going on in his day, let me remember why I do it. United won, and people were thankful.
That is a good day.
And I was just like, that's the best day of my life, and my content life, because I have no qualm saying this. I went to my hotel room, bawled out crying.
I love
about
an
hour. I was like, what is this? This is
beautiful. It is,
crazy.
Bro. It's still a year and a half into your journey,
man.
And like, I always, my girlfriend always says this to me, no matter what, bro. Yeah. She's like, try not to, because I'm always like, I've been in my head, just like how you've just said, bro. I've been in my head, and Cal knows as well, and my brother knows. I've been in my head a lot over the past like 2 weeks or so, or whatever, just trying to like make sense of it all. And that's how it is sometimes, especially with like some of the things that we do. I'm not saying it's the hardest job in the world. I'm not saying that at all. But we still have like, I don't switch off, and that's one of my main problems. But the one thing that she's always said to me is, don't live in the future, live for now, and look what you've done now, and what you're doing right now, what you've done in the past. But what's more important is the now of everything. And when I deep it, it's like, bro, the conversations we're having here, man, it's beautiful. We've got Wembley over there,
nice,
bro.
I just
do you know what I mean? Like, the weather's good, bro. We've got
everything.
like coffee. I mean, you know what I mean? And life's good, man. And like, I'm grateful.
And
do you know what I'm saying? And there's going to be more times like that, and you can't forget. Don't forget about that, man. Like,
exactly.
It's beautiful.
But that's also why I think it was important for me personally to have this conversation or do this, even when I'm feeling like this, because it hasn't gone really. It's still kind of there, but it's like anyone can really talk about after the fact when they get through it. It was hard, but I was like, but I'm actually in it now, and I can say it's difficult. Like, it's not easy, and especially when you have a bad day, you try and make a video and you see that one comment, or that is, everyone says, you see that one comment that either goes at you for how you look, or your race, or the way you talk, or something like that, and you just can't escape it, but you have to. And Wayne Rooney said it best. He was like, he got asked by Gary Neville, like, the comments, Wayne, like, have you seen what they're saying? He's just like, no, I just put my phone away.
There was this really famous quote that Tyler, the Creator, said, and it is controversial, I'm not gonna lie, but he basically was saying, when you deep it, you understand, but he's saying it in the way Tyler, the Creator, would say it. He was like, how do people get cyberbullied? Like, bro, just put your phone down. And like, when I deeped it, I was like, man. Okay. Because like, I'll say this all the time, like a broken record, but bro, I've seen it so many times. Like, some of the stuff that I've done in the past, bro, I've had death threats, man, and everything. But honestly, bro, I don't give up. Damn, I don't care, bro. Like, I see some comments even to this day, and I'm like, I don't care, bro. Like, whatever, man. Like, I pitched the bad against the good, and the good always outweighs the bad, bro. And I've had people come up to me and said me and Jay have saved their lives, bro.
That can't
bro,
even. Like,
I'm grateful, bro. What do I care about a geezer talking about the color of my skin? I don't care, bro. Bro, like, yo, my family can come to me with problems and I try and help them the best I can. I'm blessed, bro. I don't care, bro. Like, do you know what I mean? And that's what life's about. You know,
we need to. This is
no, but that's what it is, bro. This is what this pod's about. But like, that's what I'm saying. People are going through their own shit. But when I look outside or I talk to my girl, I'm grateful, bro. I'll go out for meals and shit. I can go out for meals with my family. Bro, I don't care what the internet says.
Especially with like when you got the people around you that are there to like so my mum, for example, I called her the other day and I said I was just in my head and I just wasn't listening to what she was saying. The only thing that really cut through was like she was like, be kind to yourself. And to hear your mum say it, I was like, oh.
Yeah, I hear it.
And then she was like, you're doing well, you're doing this. I'm very proud. Like, and I'm extremely fortunate to have a mum and dad who say that stuff, and to have a brother who's like my biggest fan, and like to have a girlfriend, to have really good friends around me as well that are like, if I need them, they're there. And I'm very grateful, and I've never not been grateful for that. And I just think with where, like, I know where I want to go, and I kind of know where I'm going and how to get there. It's just impatience.
That's what it is. Just that. Bro, I spoke to my brother on the way here, man. The one thing that he said, and like I bring up my brother a lot, but it's for obvious reasons. But like, one of the things he's said over the years is like, bro, don't worry, man, we're blessed. And I'm like, yeah, you know what, you're right, man, you're right. And like, as soon as he said that, I actually felt way better. Do you know what I mean? And like, I think it's one of those simple things, man. Like, bro, you're good. You're a good guy, bro. I know I've only met you for like 3 hours, bro. But you seem like a really nice guy, bro. You, like, do you know what I mean? Yeah, man. You have nothing to worry, man. And per the other thing, I'm gonna ask you one football related question. Then we'll talk about the last bit. But like, I'll get to that when we get to that. Actually, one of my
tangents on a podcast. It's mad how a question about Man United gets to that,
bro. Bro, it's true. It's facts, bro.
Yeah, do you know why? Because it's all. Everything's linked.
Nah, it's facts, bro.
Everything is
facts, bro. Yo, when United lose, it affects my mood.
Oh,
it's bad, bro.
It's so bad.
Yo, the other week, United won on a Saturday morning kickoff, bro.
Yeah,
my whole weekend was done.
Great,
my weekend was fire. I went out for a meal. I enjoyed it. I was like, whatever.
Clean sheet.
It's blessed.
3-0 away.
Fam, blessed.
Penalty save.
Yo, life's good. I was calm, bro.
Didn't care.
Calm. I didn't care.
And then Barnsley, bro, I was just sat there like,
Fam, I was clutch. Bro, I didn't even watch the whole game. We scored 1 goal. I came back after an hour. I was like, 7-0.
Yeah, cold.
Yeah. What was I going to say now? This was my one football related question. Was... Actually, there's a few.
Yeah, go on.
There's a few.
I could talk football all.
I know, bro. Same here, and I don't have a lot of friends that actually love football.
I go into niche,
bro.
I told you about Kettering Tires getting sponsorship.
I rate that.
Do you know what I mean?
And I really value that information.
The best, man.
Beyond belief, bro. My question was, what is your Mount Rushmore footballers?
Oh, what a good question.
Innit?
Mount Rushmore.
I can barely answer that. I'll be honest, but
okay, can I do just my favourites rather than the best?
Okay. Yeah.
I don't like the best thing. It's just.
And what works better is like, don't do before your time.
Fairs.
Yeah.
Good. I love that. So yeah, Pele Maradona gone.
Yeah. Do you know what I mean?
Love that. Yeah.
Just in relation to
Oh, that's good. Any as well. So it doesn't just have to be Man United.
It doesn't have to be Man United.
I'm starting with Ruud. Obviously, like Ruud van Nistelrooy is.
Of course.
He's my George Washington. He's my guy.
I bet when he got hired, I was gassed. I was gassed.
He's the only transfer when he left I cried for a long time.
Yeah.
I remember it. I remember it going across on breaking news on Sky Sports. I remember everything. That crushed me.
I was gutted as well.
And just a side note, when I was talking about hobby, my goal for a personal collection is to have every single card ever made of him graded. And that's my lifetime.
How far are you in?
I haven't got many. I've got like graded. I've got about 4.
Shit, that's still a lot.
We've got like hundreds. Yeah, it's gonna be a bit mad, bro. It's gonna be a bit mad, but I will do it. But yeah, Ruud, 1,000,000%. This one's rogue, but I mentioned him earlier, Diego Forlan.
Nah, bro.
Rogue, but I loved him.
Had screamers, bro.
I loved him. He only scored good goals.
Screamers, bro. Left foot, right foot, screamers,
like,
bro.
He never
underrated, I reckon.
Yeah, like his numbers at United are bad.
Yeah, they
for
are
a striker,
bad. He was like a bit part striker for us though. So,
because we had Rude and it was always to partner Rude, and it was just never.
In that period, did we have Saha as well?
He
was that just
when we signed Saha, that was kind of the end of Forlan.
Yeah, okay,
I love Saha as well.
I love Saha.
Saha's a banger,
bad boy,
you know. Saha's a bad boy. Oh yeah, Fulham.
Yeah, bro.
You know that game I said I watched with my dad. Saha scored twice.
Oh,
yeah, Saha scored
that's
twice.
probably when we decided.
I think it was, bro, because we watched him. We signed him in Jan, I think. But yeah. Rude number 1, but Forlan. Because you know when you're a kid, you just like players that look like a bit flamboyant, that do things a bit differently. His long blonde hair and his headband, it just worked.
Yeah, I feel that.
I loved him. And then when we sold him to Villarreal for like 2 million quid, I think.
Pennies, bro.
And he went and with Riquelme over there, smashed it. He went to Atletico Madrid, Inter Milan, went everywhere. And then the 2010 World Cup. You remember the Jabulani ball, and he just kept on spanking him in.
Yeah, bro.
Forlan, 1,000,000%. I love Diego.
So you got Van Nistelrooy, Forlan.
Forlan, yeah. Adriano.
Nah, I feel that. Do you know Pez
6?
Pez 06 was enough, bro, for me to say, yeah, Adriano's like one of my boys.
Inter Milan, kick-off, shot.
Yeah, bro.
At least working the goalkeeper.
Nah, it was too much.
Adriano was so cold. And
that game was broken, you know.
Such a good game, though, isn't it?
Like, it was class.
But even going, there's a Instagram page called Pez DNA, which just do old Pez clips.
Mad.
It's like 80% Adriano.
Please send me that, because that is
man.
mad.
It's so good. I'll send you it. But yeah, Adriano, because like I really liked Inter Milan, and I was an AC boy. AC Milan was my personal team. Wrote a book about him.
Yeah, true.
But he's the only player I was jealous that Inter had.
Yeah,
I wasn't jealous of anyone else.
Yeah,
if I'm honest. But Adriano was powerful, big, everything you want was him. And yeah, I loved him. Can we do an honourable mentions that could have nearly got there?
I mean, wait, you got Adriano.
Yeah, so those are 3, and I know who my 4th is, but I'll just
honourable mentions.
So
go
honourable
on.
R9.
I love that. Obviously R9.
Ronaldinho.
Obviously. Yeah.
Anyone of that Galactic. Beckham. Just
Beckham. All day,
Beckham.
Every single day of the week.
Beckham.
Yeah.
But I am going to pick someone who, after Rude, was my favourite Man United player. And he would make it into my all-time United 11 in terms of favourites. Antonio Valencia.
Really?
Bro, I adored him.
No freaking... Okay, why?
Because he had that...
Wait, you're putting Antonio Valencia on your Mount Rushmore?
Yeah, man.
What?
Yeah. King of Ecuador. Bro, he had that little Michael Jackson thriller about him. Do you know what I mean? He was a good-looking man. Do you see what I'm saying?
Bro, my brother called him it for years, bro.
I loved him. Don't you think he looked like Michael Jackson?
He did. Yeah, he did.
Like Thriller era.
He did.
Bro, Antonio was different, and every single season he got stronger.
Yeah, he
like
was
Adama Traore. Yeah,
bro, he was so wham,
he
bro.
Was wham, and he was so fast, and he just didn't stop, and he
never
never smiled.
left. He was so one-footed. It was unreal.
He never smiled. I never saw him
it's true
smile.
still.
Loved him.
I never understood why he got captaincy, man. Never spoke a lick of English.
I know, but that's what I love.
But it was class.
He was the example.
Yeah. It's true still.
And
that's so mad, bro. He's on your Mount Rushmore, bro.
Do you know what? Do you know who said it? Young Philly said it recently in a pod with Chunks, because he was like, how do you go from... Obviously, quite a few South American players have this, because it's kind of what they have to go through, but how do you go from being some kid in Ecuador running 5 miles to training and back...
That's beautiful.
...to going to Quito, one of the biggest clubs there, then going to Villarreal, not getting a chance, then going to Wigan, and then going from Wigan to Man United. And he was signed the year after, the same season we sold Ronaldo. We sold Ronaldo and bought him, Gabriel Obertan, and Michael Owen. Yeah.
Obertan, you know.
Bro, Michael Owen got the number 7.
Yeah. I think we just gave Michael Owen the number 7 to piss Liverpool off. I'll be completely honest.
But I read someone's book, like a biography, recently. Do you know what other player could have got number 7 instead? Oh, right.
You good?
He's stealing.
Stealing.
Do you know who else could have got number 7?
Who?
It was between Michael Owen and Michael Carrick.
Why the hell?
That's all we had.
What?
That's all we had back then.
Just leave it vacant.
Yeah.
Just leave it vacant. Michael Owen should have never got that.
Since him, it went downhill. Man.
Yeah, we've never had a good number 7
even
since.
Valencia as number 7 wasn't good. It was when he was 25, he liked it. Do you remember? He got number 7 for one season. He wasn't great.
Nice.
But that season,
it's a curse.
like I remember he had a season when like he was the best winger in the world. And like he scored that banger against Blackburn. Do you remember? Edge of the box.
Of course, bro. No one should really score from there.
Geometry made no sense, and he just whammed it.
Yeah.
Blackburn as well. That were camping 8 in the box. Like,
yeah, it's true. Man. Still, yeah, it was a
proper
banger.
Barclays player, man. Proper Barclays. But
yeah, that was proper.
Anto, I loved him.
That's such an interesting. Could you guys please rate that Mount Rushmore? I don't. You know what?
Random, but I love him.
It is random, but I respect that.
It's a good fight. It's a good 4-side. Me and goal. I'm a goalkeeper. Them 4. Oh, they're different. Adriano up top.
What is your position? Goalkeeper?
Bro, I had trials for like a feeder club to Warsaw and I flopped it.
Oh.
Very hard. I was a goalkeeper, yeah, but then I played for a club that was a feeder club into them and I went on trial, like unofficial trial with them for a few weeks. Bro, the one time the manager came to watch us against a bigger age group, I think we lost it was 7 or 8-1. But about 80% of the goals were my fault.
Oh, that's
Can't claim crosses, bro.
Oh, parking assistant. Hi, he's just smiling at me. He's got like a radio and that. Oh, it's all good. Oh yeah, well go on.
Yeah, you never know.
I'm trying not to give him eye contact, but he keeps giving me eye contact and that. Yeah. Oh, safe, respect. Thank you. Haha, I love Wembley.
Yeah, Wembley's a place.
I've always had good times here, apart from not last year, the year before. That was pretty shit. Anyway, bro, that's so crazy. I had trials for Warsaw when I was younger. Actually,
did you?
I had trials for Warsaw. Played totally shit. Never got it. But I also had trials for Derby, and then my mum and dad couldn't take me.
Oh, fairs.
I was peak.
Yeah,
I really wanted to make it when I was younger, but it happens, man.
Yeah, I just wasn't good enough, man.
Honestly, when I deep it, I wasn't good enough. I wasn't good enough, but I played to a decent standard.
Yeah, but now goalkeeper, so any like 5-a-sides, I'm
mad.
I love it. So
do you still play now?
Rarely, man.
Oh, okay, first. Do you know what the sciatica thing? I thought that was a joke.
No, serious.
Oh, fairs.
Bro, it was like last week. I could barely walk.
Try yoga.
Is it?
Bro, swear down, bro. I say this.
No, I'll do it.
Bro, I say it to like 80% of my friends. Nobody listens to me. Have I said it to you, Cal? Yeah, I probably have. I've said it to my brother. He hasn't done it.
I'll do it.
Yeah. Bro, try yoga.
Yeah,
do it for. There's loads of YouTuber ones. Just honestly, type in 10-minute yoga.
Yeah, first.
Just see how it goes. Honestly, it will change your life.
Yeah,
and I did yoga yesterday. It was class.
First.
So nice. Nice little. My Sunday was really good yesterday.
Nice.
But anyway, that's another conversation.
No,
one of my final questions. Actually, did I have any more football related ones? I do, but it might. Nah, I'll leave that one. One of my final questions was, what are your actual other projects? Obviously, we've spoke about like football spiderweb. We've spoke about your general career in general and hobby FC and everything like that. Are there any other projects up your sleeve that you want to pursue, and can you talk about them?
Yeah, so you know about it.
Yes, I do.
I think more than a few people do.
Yeah.
I genuinely value your opinion on it because I'm starting a clothing brand.
Ahoy!
And that is like, I remember you did an episode with Jack Lynch.
Yes, bro.
And
yes.
it's not one of them half-assed like throw something on a t-shirt, hope it sells. Nothing like that. I've always wanted to have something which you've noticed from Hobby FC is very community-led, very much about giving back, doing something good, and bringing people in. So what I've noticed is like from my content, and we did speak about this, but from my content, it's like a lot of it is, relatable stuff that adults can relate to, that everyone who's grown up somewhere can sort of relate to in a sense. But I want to make a clothing brand, or kind of like a clothing and lifestyle brand label, whatever you want to call it, as a representative of the community that don't really know what we're doing. So it's kind of like how, it's bold, it's faceless, and it just makes sure that people who don't know what they're doing, it gives them something to kind of gravitate towards, to kind of buy into, and it represents them. So it is essentially me in brand form. And it will be a community-led lifestyle apparel brand, casual streetwear. I'm not too clued up on the high-end space. I'm not really that good on it, if I'm honest. So I want something that you can wear every day that represents you and represents the type of life that we're all living. And that's what it's going to be. It does not have a name yet. Know the name that I want to give it.
Yes.
I just have to check the legalities and make sure I can get the right the right iteration of that name. But it's in the works, and that's happening. But yeah, and we are probably a couple of months away from the first ever piece going out.
That is sick.
I've been very clear on what the GSM needs to be, where it needs to come from, how recyclable it is, how sustainable it is. It is not going to be one of those merch level brands. If I'm honest, like, my management came to me and said this was an idea, and I kind of always had in my mind I wanted to do something more. So when they kind of put the idea out there to have merch, I kind of gravitated away from that word immediately, and I was like, we can make it connected to me, but let's make it connect to something bigger as a result. Yeah. And that's what it is. I mean, I wouldn't be in this van or having conversations with people or doing certain things without the people who got me there. And
feel that
I'm never leaving that. That is going to be for us, by us, and everyone's involved. Like, I put out a poll about people giving names, and genuinely, if you come up with the name for the brand, you will get a piece of the brand.
That's it.
That's how it's going to be. So it's just going to be something we can all get behind and grow from the beginning, because this is literally the beginning, and I would document every single part of it. So I'm gassed about it, man. I think it's going to be sick.
That is sick, man. That's sick. I can't wait for that, because I think it is interesting, but I don't want you to feel that, do you know, saying the line, because you're going to hear it a few times for people that are going to purchase it, and you're going to think in your head it's not merch, it's a brand. But do you know, calling something merchandise is never a total bad thing.
No,
I think it's sometimes, like, it's the way people perceive clothing and stuff like that. It's not totally, I get slightly offended, but that's just a me problem.
I got you.
It's not totally a bad thing.
No,
it's not totally a bad thing. But bro, I can't wait for that.
Bro,
it's gonna be awesome, man. I'm gonna purchase a piece.
I'll get 100%.
You, I want to purchase it.
I'll trade you.
I love that. I love that. You know what? That was the best terminology you could have used.
I'll trade you.
I'll trade you as well.
That'd be sick.
Yeah. Anything you want, I'm there.
Yeah, cold.
That's freaking sick, man.
Yeah,
so when do you expect to release that? You got any samples?
I haven't got any samples yet. I think we're going to get the first samples by mid to late October. Cool. And the branding is kind of there. And I've luckily got someone who's a photographer who's really insanely good. We've got a couple of designers that I know that are, willing to help out, which is mad as well to even say that. And we're getting a website set up, we're getting a domain set up, so it's all sort of in hand. I would say it's something you'll be able to get for Christmas. Amazing. So it'll be around for that. Okay. And yeah, to be honest, I have, not to blow smoke up your ass, because I said this on a pod before, on our conversation, sorry, but like, I have you and a couple of other creator-led brands to thank for it, because obviously it's not just you with Childish, like it's you, Jay, and your team as well. But Childish for me was just, never saw it before. I didn't
appreciate that.
I got the first few when it was like Childish, different scripts, different things. But then I remember you started doing like the different ones that go across here. I never saw that. I was like, oh, and then you started getting the playground and the theme parks and all this. I was like, okay, it still makes sense. I get it. And then you did the football shirt.
Lost
my mind. So all of that is like, the brand itself will have iterations of itself. It won't just be something you wear every day. It will encapsulate what I love and what we all love and want to represent. So football is a massive love for me. There will be an interconnection of football and fashion within this brand. Not at the outset, but it will happen. But for now, it's something that I want everyone who can relate to what I'm saying or relate to how we're all feeling, but to actually just bold-faced say it, represent it, and own it. I think that's what's lacking, and that's what I want it to be.
That is so sick, bro.
Yeah, I genuinely cannot wait. It's like, and I'll say it again, when I was doing the first mock-ups for it, the logo I made while watching your pod with Jack. And it's like, do you know, I think I sent you a pic.
That is sick, man. I love hearing stuff like that, though, man. That's sick.
Bro, it's just sick. And I don't know, like, inspiration comes in various bits. So, like, I'm listening to David Icke and I wrote a book. Amazing. I'm listening to Ramel Henry and Jack Lynch, and I could launch a
that's crazy, and, bro. That's exactly what this podcast is for, man. Like, I wanna, bro. I've learned, or I've heard so much information and gems from you today that I'm gonna take for the rest of my life, and that's sort of what I want.
Same here, man.
From this podcast, man. Absolutely love it.
It's gonna be good. I'm properly looking forward to it. I think it's like, I'm someone who needs projects. I need to work on something, and I knew that when I put the book down, like the idea for the book down, I knew I was going to have something. I just didn't know what that thing was.
Yeah.
And organically, it just sort of came in. Like, this person said this person said that. I know how it's going to look. I know how to do it. Even working in the various places I do, I've connected with certain people that can help me know what I don't know. And I'm very open and honest online anyway. So if I screw up, or if I don't do something right, or if something goes wrong, I'll tell you.
Yeah.
I don't have to be like, oh, I'm the best ever and let's keep it to a certain level. It's
that's people appreciate that because there's been hundreds of times when I've screwed up and I've not said a thing. I'm being more transparent now.
No, of course, yeah, but
that's why I'm saying it.
But bro, you would.
Yeah.
But like Nike wouldn't, like Adidas wouldn't, they just won't. And it's like, I think what I've enjoyed doing is like, and what I'm most proud of is, I can safely say, is that my content is an extension of me. It's not something I have to put on that much. Of course. Like, if I don't feel like making a video, I won't. And I don't care.
I've heard that a few times, man, with creators, and I respect it, man.
Because taking a day off then will save you in about 2 weeks. You just have to take that day. I'll be thinking about it, don't get me wrong, and I'll be thinking about ideas. Of course, I can't get in front of a camera, but it will always be me, and it'll just be, it's like a legacy piece to have something that, you'll know this, man. You'll know it's for childish and low and corporate. Like, I think it's just having that thing that is yours, that you can say, that's my baby, I made that. And I can see, it's something that everyone can see, that everyone can join in on, that everyone can be a part of. It's just going to be a really great thing. And seeing what you've done with low and corporate.
Nah, thank you, man.
Unreal.
Thanks,
unreal.
Man.
Like,
I appreciate it.
Honestly, like, it's, so.
The one thing I will say, though, and I'll end it on this little piece, is that when you release your garments, please tell me how it feels the first time you see someone in it. That's all I want to know. Yeah. Because I say this to a few people, and I'm telling you, it will be the most unreal feeling in my life. Because one of the best feelings that I feel like I've had is the first time I saw someone wear a piece of childish, and I thought, and they looked sick, and I was like, oh my gosh, me and Jay and the whole team had a hand in dressing them in something really good. And that's the way I think about it. Honestly, please tell me please tell me the feeling, because I'm telling you, it will be something you've never experienced before.
I will cry.
Bro,
I'm an emotional man.
But like, to this day, Lone Culprit started, I haven't seen someone in it yet. Yeah. And when I do, I'll probably cry. I probably will cry.
Matter of time. Like,
honestly, like, it's beautiful.
Yeah, but I love the building thing. And I like building stuff that can't end. Yes. Fashion don't end.
It doesn't. And it's always opinionated.
Yeah, and I'm not a fashionista. I'm not like, but I know kind of what looks nice and kind of what doesn't. Yeah. And I know people who can teach me stuff, but I know the reason I'm doing it, and I know the value I'm bringing. Yeah. And I know because I love the honesty of what I put out online or what I do. So I won't be saying this is something that it isn't. I won't be saying like, oh, like, guys, this is going to be the most amazing thing in the world, and then it's not. I will say, I had this idea. This is why I did it. This is the reason we're doing it. Yeah. This is the price we're going at. Go for it. And even I've got a plan. This is exclusive content. I do have a plan to release something which we will make zero money from. Which I say we, it's me and whoever else we designed. I will release something which won't have anything to do with me, but it'll be to a cause that is really important to me. There's a company called ARGD who I'll tell you about off cam. Like, they're incredible, but they have an organization going to help people who are victims of sexual assault. Amazing. And I love what they do, and I think it's amazing. And Boys Get Sad Too are similar. Like, they do have a really great cause as well. Really great cause. Yeah. But there will be things that I will put money in and never see again, or there will be
I love that though.
Things that I will not see anything of. But I won't just say it. I'm going to show it. I will say, this is like, not many companies do it, and I won't show the full P&L, but I'll be like, this is how much profit what you've bought has got me. This is exactly what we're doing with it, and I'll show you. Because I love that. That's the authenticity I want to bring. But yeah, I'm excited, man. I got, as you can tell, I'm a guy who's got loads of stuff in here. Yeah, it's just a matter of timing. I need to piece it, but yeah, man, I'm gassed. I can't wait.
Bro, honestly, I've freaking enjoyed this episode. Yeah, I really have, and I say this all the time. I'm like a broken record. Like, when I say, oh, really, but I genuinely have. I think I've actually got a friend that loves football.
Yeah, my guy.
Probably more than I do.
Oh.
I think it's incredible. The books that you've written, I can't wait to read them.
Yeah.
I can't wait for your clothing line as well. And most importantly, bro, like, just keep doing what you're doing though, because I think I still feel like you're so early into your career. Bro. Honestly, just don't deep it, man. Because I feel like that's something that a lot of creators do. And you have my phone number. Yeah, man. Just text me, call me, bro. I'm there. Yeah. Do you know what I'm saying?
Same here, man.
Bro.
Same here.
Appreciate you being on this
I appreciate you for
episode, man.
Yeah,
no,
man.
honestly, I really appreciated it. Thank you so much for coming on. And guys, if you've enjoyed the episode, please 5-star review. It helps more than you think. And I will see you in the next one.